Hello passengers, this is your dazzling Captain Keys speaking. I'm today's Commandant of Controls, Major of the Motion, but most of you know me as General of the Funk. I hope you're getting comfortable. We're just about ready to launch into creative space. I recommend buckling in tight. Looking at our levels here, our curiosity is piqued, imagination is running, and creativity is set to overdrive. Welcome to today's BAM Animation Livestream, hosted by Max Pawson and Brent Noel. Get ready for blast off in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everyone doing today?
Welcome to BAM Live Week.
BAM Live Week 5.
Week 5. We're so glad you guys are here to join us today.
Yeah.
We have a very special episode coming up today. There was a big Reddit thread, if you didn't know about, where people asked us questions.
Yes.
And we're also going to talk about how we made it into the industry.
And we're not going to clickbait you. We're going to just talk about it right away.
We're going to talk about it right away.
But if you don't know how the show works...
Yes, tell us about the show.
What is the show? Well, basically, it's live drawing themes that are all 15 minutes long. We have a couple wheels that we're going to spin. And you guys get to submit your artwork below in the Dropbox link.
Yes, there is an active Dropbox link where you guys can submit your drawings that you make. But don't draw yet. There's going to be a theme that we're going to decide.
Yes, we're going to decide a theme, submit JPEGs or PNGs only, and drop them down there, and we're going to look at them live on stream.
Right. And then also one more thing, we're going to have an interview with our chat moderator,
Yes.
Jen, or at The Sketch.
Yes.
And they are an industry artist. They moved to LA to work in the industry, and they're a character designer on Final Space. So get ready for that in the third act.
Yes, and it's a fun show ahead. One of the things, if you guys don't know, if you're not hip to the Instagram, it's Mermaid.
That's right, it is Mermaid.
Yes. It's where artists draw mermaids. So we've made a little bit of a fun show for two of our prompts where we've got a list of people and a list of fish. We're going to spin wheels. We're going to make mermaids out of them. So let's go to it.
Yes. You have the first.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Bring out that wheel.
Okay, let's do our fish first.
Okay.
Let's take a spin. All right. Okay. What's it going to be?
Dude, I don't know.
What's it going to be? Oh,
Pufferfish?
Pufferfish. Okay, we're going to make some kind of puffers. Now let's see our people. Let's see our people. All right, let's go. Larry David.
If it's Larry David, you have to do it.
Larry David.
Oh.
Kim Kardashian.
Okay, so you have to draw a Kim Kardashian pufferfish.
Pufferfish. Now let me get some reference before we start our timer.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to look up Kim Kardashian.
I'm just going to say I want you to draw this one, Max.
Okay. All right.
Kim Kardashian.
I think there's a classic picture of her.
That Safe Search is on.
Yeah. Sometimes we...
do just click on the image. You can do view image because I have the extension.
Right here?
No.
Down. You do it.
I'll show you how to play
Let's
this
switch places.
You just do this. And then copy image.
Brent is doing it, guys.
There we go.
All right. Cool. Kim Kardashian and a pufferfish. Can we get the new theme?
Yes, a Kim Kardashian pufferfish mermaid.
Can we get the new theme?
Oh, yeah. Did it work?
No, it didn't work. What happened?
What's going on? Control Shift.
We're having internet issues today, so if anything goes a little bit slow...
Oh, wait, there it is.
There we go. Yes. Killing it. All right, so let's get our timer going. Everybody draw Kim Kardashian as a pufferfish. That is your first assignment. Brent, you want to pull up on your phone some of the questions that Reddit asked us?
Do you want to start with the Reddit questions or do you want to start with the industry advice?
Let's start with the industry advice. Why not?
Okay, let me get you a jumping off point right here. I'm going to ask you some of this stuff. Okay, so let's talk a little bit for a second candidly. Now, we had this Reddit thread, and you guys were asking us. It was just a Q&A because there's a lot of questions that we couldn't get to while we're trying to draw.
Right.
So people were posting in the Reddit, and a lot of it definitely just had to do with it was circling questions around like getting into the industry, like what's good advice and things like that. So we're kind of answer a lot of them by just talking about how we did it.
Yep.
And I mean, it's hard and it's not fun, and it's not going to be the fun answers you're looking for, but it's going to be real.
It's going to be real. We have the uncut truth here at BAM Animation.
Yes. Okay, so Max, specifically, before you got into the industry, what were you doing?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I don't have my notes. But
well,
why don't you tell me what I was doing?
Okay, well, you wrote down that you had spent 4 years learning to draw foundationally.
Yes, it's very important. Yeah.
And you were doing that in high school.
Yep, we were both doing that. So, okay, I think the first section is called like, what are prerequisites for getting into the industry? Is that right?
Yeah, it's prerequisites.
Yes. So tell me what some of them that we wrote down were.
Well, there's like 4 years of drawing foundationally.
Yeah.
You went to arts. You went to an art school in Los Angeles, where you were making connections with your industry-seeking peers and teachers.
That's right.
You know, you're the kind of person that just does all art all the time, even if it's bad.
That helps if you're going to get in the industry, yeah.
And one of the things about you, Max, is that,
this is just generally like good advice, right? Like things that you might like to have, like as you're getting into the industry.
And then one of the things about just being an artist in general is that you know, you are not your art. It's not your personality. You have to be able to take notes and take criticism well, and that's something you do well. So that's just in general, like that's the kind of person you need to be.
Yeah. So those things, what can you list them again? Like what would be needed before you even think about getting into the industry?
Well, the foundational drawing skills.
Those are super important. Yeah.
If you're the kind of person that needs college, definitely the art college of choice.
Yeah, that helps. I mean, we're going to talk about that a bit later, but being in an art college is basically like buying connections. It's like buying into the mafia.
Now, what college did you go to, Max?
I went to Art Center. It was a lot of money. I paid my debt off, so that is a good thing. Is like if you're not going to do like pottery over like, you know, like at like craft fairs, and your aim in art school is to like get into the industry, then going to art school is a really good thing because the industry pays well if you succeed, you know, and you can pay your debt off. But we're not entirely here to promote going to art school because you didn't go to art school. Isn't that right, Brent?
No. I have a state school public education.
Right.
In fine art, which as we discussed the last time is the opposite of industry commercial art.
Right.
It's all highbrow, hoity-toity performance kind of crap.
Right.
Which we're going to talk to Jen about later, because they also had the same experience that I did.
Right. So I hope you don't think this is too R-rated, Brent, but there's a famous picture of Kim Kardashian standing like this.
Yes, I know the one.
Okay.
I think that's a great reference.
Okay, good.
I mean, there's
tasteful.
There's such a thing.
I know we have some kids on our stream, so
there's such a thing as artistic nudity.
Artistic nudity. That's what you call it.
You know, okay, when I was in high school, like, you know, we watched like National Geographic documentaries about like Africa and stuff.
Right, and nobody laughed ever.
It's not like it's just the human form.
Yeah. I never when the teacher said Homo erectus,
you don't laugh.
Straight face.
Okay.
All right.
Now, one thing I want to say is, guys, everything we're talking about today with regards to industry advice and questions has actually been put into a big Cliff Notes document, which is linked in the description below. So if you want to follow along with what we're talking about, there is a big how-to industry, essentially Cliff Notes document, a Google Docs linked down there that you can follow along with us, because we're not going to be able to cover all of it, and we're not going to remember everything that we wrote down. Yeah.
So yeah, having really good foundational skills helps. Being able to take notes helps. Going to school, maybe, you know, all that stuff helps. Now, okay, so now you want to get in the industry. Now you feel ready.
All right, so general advice about getting into animation industry, what we think is important.
Right.
I'll read the first one here.
Okay.
Now, number one, guys, just really being in LA, being in the right place.
If that's where you want to do...
If that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
If you want to work in American television animation and you're not shooting for animation, or you
mean
or sorry, if you're not shooting to actually literally your job description is animator.
Because just so you guys are clear, Brent and I are designers. We design on shows in LA, and then they get sent to other countries to be animated. So if you want to be specifically just an animator, if you want to create movement, if you want to do things frame by frame, that's not in LA. But if you're interested in being a storyboard artist, if you're interested in being a designer, which is just a different part of the process, it's not superior, then you need to be in the location where a lot of that happens and where there is a lot of industry for it.
Yes. LA is the center of what we call the pre-production animation industry.
That's totally right. And I will say, like, if you want to work at like a company where there's only a place where there's only one company, like let's say Leica or let's say Pixar, the problem with that is these companies, if you're alone in like a city, like out in the middle of Portland, and there's only one animation company, they kind of have the power. But down here in LA, we have a union, we have several companies that'll pay you more, you know?
You have a lot of options as an artist when you work in LA because the power of choice is yours. You can choose what studio you want to work at. You're not beholden to any one studio that's going to employ you.
It's pretty great. So yeah, you got to move out here. You can't wait till you have a job. You kind of have to take a risk. You did that, right, Brent?
I did. I saved up all my money for years.
Yeah.
Gave away everything I owned and then drove out here.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if it was going to work. I didn't actually think I was good enough, but I figured like, well, at least I'll know that I have tried.
Yeah.
and if I fail, I fail. It doesn't matter.
That's what I like to hear. And you know what? We're going to talk to The Sketch later, and she's a person who made that leap.
Yes.
So a little piece of inspiration for all of you guys.
So let's talk about the type of portfolio you need to have before you come into the industry.
Yeah.
Now we wrote down here that you should have a portfolio that is a dynamic blend and fits flawlessly into currently existing television shows. So
That's true.
What does that mean, Max?
Well, I mean, when I wrote that note, it meant that you should be able to take your portfolio, put it next to TV shows that are working right now, and if it matches perfectly, you're a good candidate for getting in the industry. If your portfolio is like pencil, or if like you only have one style and you can't like do different styles, you shouldn't expect that the industry is going to teach you how to blend into the industry.
Your portfolio needs to already look like TV show art, or like that you work in the industry.
Yeah.
You kind of have to trick people and make it look like you already work here.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people have portfolios that are like charcoal drawings, figure drawings, or like not even that. Like they'll like show us like a picture of an eyeball and be like, "Am I ready?" And you got to be designing characters or designing backgrounds and have like that stuff and make it look like your stuff already looks like it's on a TV show.
Yeah, it could look like it could be in a model sheet for a TV show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, we have also a lot of opinions about your social media presence.
Yes, you need to be on social media, and it needs to not just be your art.
Yes, because inevitably the studio is hiring you as a person, so they need
a human being.
Yeah, people really need to be able to connect to you as a person.
They need to know. Yes, like they should judge you by your art alone, but they need to know that there's a person on the other end of that art who is interesting and would be fun to work with.
Yeah. People want to work with people who we think are fun and cool and like would vibe well in a studio atmosphere. Because how well you do in the industry is a lot on your personality and work ethic.
Yes.
It's not just the art, because there's a lot of really good artists out there, but they're just a pain to work with.
That's true. We're going to talk about this later, but there's a triangle that's it's kind of got like some archetypes of people who are in the animation industry. And so what I said about that was there's people who are on time. There's people who are fun to work with, and there's people whose art is good, right? And so you can pick two of those. You can pick that you're on time and you're fun to work with, but your art is okay. You'll be fine in the industry. You can pick that your art is good. Or wait. Okay, so your art is good, you're fun to work with, but you're not on time. That's me. You'll be fine. You can. What's the third one?
I don't remember.
I'm trying to draw.
Basically, like, you don't have to be this perfect person. Usually, people are only 2-ish of the trifecta.
2 out of 3. Yeah. We can get back to that later, and I'll remember what the third one is.
Okay, let's talk about. Let's see.
How much time do I have, Captain? Can't see on screen.
Oh, we have 3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes? All right, I can do that.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things is just standing out on social media, really sell yourself.
Yeah.
We have a bit about
good art and good person.
Yeah. I would also say, be ready to be looking for work for a long time.
Yeah.
This is not the kind of thing that you come out here and you're like, oh, I'm going to get a job in a month. It could take years.
Yes. I made a joke and we laughed about it. It was kind of mean, but, this last weekend where I was talking about, people, they'll message me and they'll be like, okay, I'm going to call my mom. Mom, I'm gonna submit a portfolio to Bento Box. Bento Box, the company that makes Bob's Burgers. Grandma, I'm gonna submit my portfolio. Call the family together. Everybody, listen. I'm gonna submit my portfolio. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and then it's just like the end of Indiana Jones, where they're just pushing a box that's your portfolio into a huge warehouse of boxes. You have to be able to just like submit your portfolio and not make it a big deal.
Yeah, it really is like that for the online applications.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Whoop.
And that's why it's important to be open to lots of different types of jobs. I mean, it's not likely that every single one of you is going to be a character designer.
That's very true.
And there's only so many positions for characters, and it's usually not that many.
And it's not, honestly, being a character designer, it has problems. Like, I'm a character designer. That's what I do by trade. And characters get the most notes out of all of the departments. Everybody has an opinion on characters. So, if you are cool with that and you are cool taking notes like all the time, even if your work is like incredible, if you've got no ego, then maybe character designer will work, but it's also a position that's not needed as much. I mean, there might just be like 3 character designers on a crew,
Yeah. Also, I want to state out, guys, I don't exactly know what the issue is, but
is there an issue?
The internet is going crazy over here, so there's going to be like lots of drop frames, and I'm so sorry.
I hope that just let us know in the chat if there's any issues.
If it's not watchable, but I'm sorry.
A job that's a lot in the industry is storyboard artist. There's lots and lots of storyboard artists, and they're needed all the time.
Yeah, we came to the conclusion that seems to be the most in-demand position.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, do be open. There's a lot of different types of jobs that you could have. You could be a prop designer, a background designer. You could be a storyboard revisionist artist. You could be an animatic editor, if that's what you're going for.
Yeah.
And the last piece of advice that I have is don't be afraid to fail. If you don't make it, it's fine. There actually literally are not enough openings for all of you.
Yes.
It's a small niche industry, and it's highly competitive. And if you try and fail, that's good, because it meant that you tried. Otherwise you're always going to wonder like whether or not you could have made it. And there's nothing that says you can't try again later. There are plenty of people who try once, it didn't work out. They improve their portfolio for a couple of years and try again later.
I could just hear that with some inspirational music underneath it. I mean, the YouTube video is going to be good if they're putting inspirational music over it.
Yeah.
Try or try not.
Yeah.
Something like that. All right, are we good? Are we done?
Yeah, I think we're good. I love that's a great Kim Kardashian. That's great.
Oh my god, this is bizarre. All right.
I like it, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, let's let everyone submit. And we're gonna
everybody submit, and I'm gonna show y'all.
We're gonna stall for a bit.
Yeah, while you guys are submitting, I'm gonna show you what my portfolio looked like. Well, me and Brent are both gonna do this at separate times. What did my portfolio look like?
Just open
when I wanted to join the industry.
Pop the document thing open.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. And let's do right here.
Yeah, Max is going to show you guys
a couple things.
What his drawings looked like in high school. So to give you a more realistic.
Yeah, we might have to come back to this, like, because I have high school, college, and current.
Yeah.
So here's a couple of my high school drawings. As you can see, I mean, a majority of it is kind of like...
This is a lot of fundamental drawing.
Fundamentals.
Important stuff.
Everyone in animation can draw fundamental stuff. It's just like a building block for drawing anything.
They're not really that interested in seeing that stuff in your portfolio, but you need to do it.
Yes, so I did that for 4 years.
And if you can't do it, it's going to be like really obvious.
Yes, it will be, Yeah, so fundamental stuff, I mean... I have a couple problems with these things, but they look good.
This is really cool, dude.
They wouldn't go in an industry show, but you can tell the person can draw.
Well, something like this can get you into this will get you into a design college, because usually there's like a portfolio review to get into like art center or something like that.
Right. So this got me into art center pretty much. And then let's see.
You can just click on it and click here like this. I'll show you how this works.
Show me how it works, Brent. Boom, but yeah, I didn't want to pull it, but cool. Yes, this is my graduating portfolio from college, which also has problems.
Okay, so let's back up. So after 4 years of college, really refining your art, you started making stuff like this. So this is kind of like what you're starting to apply to studios with.
Exactly, and to be honest,
look at the level of improvement here. It's really cool. I mean, you're doing cool stuff before, but now we're drawing very animation-y.
That's true. It's closer to animation. It's still not quite there yet, I think. But yes, you're correct. It's very cool looking.
This is the kind of stuff where people in the industry look at and they say like, "This is cool looking."
Yeah.
It's not exactly right, but it's like, it's really cool.
Somebody's taking risks.
Yeah.
Yeah. This would probably be a better industry page.
Yeah, I mean, this is somebody's actual job at
this was some freelance
show. Yeah.
So, I tried to illustrate children's books. I don't know why, but that's something I tried to do for a while, and so there's that. So yeah, I mean, that was what got me a job at Disney Interactive.
Right, which is not really the animation industry. That was more like gaming.
Yeah, so
a lot of people who work in the industry don't actually work on TV cartoons. They work in some other tangent field, and that's fine too.
Yeah, and so from my experience of working at a gaming studio for like a year, it led me to animation later, and I'll show you what my portfolio looks like later. But let's check out some of the mermaids that you guys submitted.
We have mermaids
super excited.
Coming in. I'm going to wait for the thumbnails to load so I know what to click on.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's our friend.
PNGs. Woo! Look at that. Everybody had the same idea as me. Yeah. This is great.
If another one opens up right here, I'm going to lose it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Let's see what happens.
Kim Kardashian mermaid. Why is that doing it?
Dude, I don't know.
Just move or...
It doesn't actually work.
Okay, we're going to have to fix that later. Technical difficulties. All right, sorry guys, but that looks cool. That's cool. I like that one. That's my favorite one.
1 second.
There we go.
Boys, these fish have definitely had some work done on their puffs.
Wait, this is
but I'm blubbering over it.
There's Captain Keys, guys. The captain of our starship.
Yeah.
The captain of our live stream. Okay.
I hate this game that never did this before.
It's all opening up on the wrong screen, you guys.
Yeah. Oh, well, we could. I don't have to flip through because it's gonna you don't want to. Oh, that's funny.
I like these ones. These ones where you guys just put her head on a pufferfish. That is so funny. Mm-hmm. There we go. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yes.
Wow.
That's a very well done. Yeah. There we go.
Did someone
a
sculpture in real time?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who is this person? Felipe Andreas. Wow, you guys are great. Yes.
Wow.
I appreciate that nobody put a butt on the pufferfish.
I feel like we're going to get some butts pretty soon.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Wait, hold on. We got to lower the volume a little bit.
Okay.
No. Wow.
Nice.
I saw one that was like...
Now, by the way, everyone, mermaids will not be the whole stream. We're going to do some memes and stuff, but this is, oh, that's looking good. That's a nice design right there. I really like that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the champagne cork on her booty.
That's amazing. Which one do you want to click on, Max?
Man.
There's so many.
That's a good one. I appreciate that one. Go ahead. Just you keep clicking.
Okay, I saw one with 2 people in it that was kind of interesting.
Ooh.
We're missing the tail. Oh, but it is the pufferfish
really,
at the top.
That's like,
oh my God.
He actually like likes Kim Kardashian. He's not like just insulting her butt. She's not just a pile of butt and boobs.
She's not just a dump truck butt.
Yeah. Brent thinks that's funny. He's never heard that.
It was my first time hearing it this week. I never heard that before. Oh, the spiky boobs. That's funny.
That's good.
Man, you guys are great.
Click this one here.
Okay, we're going to get,
Yeah. Ooh, I like this one here. Oh, that's funny. The pufferfish is just eating her.
Wow.
That's good. That's looking good. So we really did have a mermaid. I mean, Kim Kardashian kind of looks mermaid-esque already.
Definitely.
Yeah.
This is working.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Click, yeah, you just click away. Nice.
That's funny. Man, you guys are great.
Yeah, everybody's great. Okay, should we do the next theme? Or are we going to look at a couple more?
This one.
Nice. Funny. That is good.
Hey, it's Tile.
That's great.
How much are coming in? These are great.
Let's see. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Click that one there. The one you're hovering over. Uh-huh.
Wow. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Okay. Let's get the next
theme going. Let's pull the wheel out.
So we're gonna do one more like.
Now we're gonna do memes. We're not gonna do a mermaid till the end, or do you want to do a mermaid?
I could do a mermaid.
Okay, let's do one more mermaid, and then we'll go back to memes.
Okay, so we gotta choose the fish first.
Okay, choose the fish.
All right, please, shark or eel. Come on, something good.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Okay,
Octopus. All right, let's go back. Larry David.
Is this
yeah, that's it. Larry David. Larry David.
Okay.
Please, Larry. Larry.
No, dude, the clipping.
Sorry.
No screaming, dude.
Sorry, guys. I really wanted Larry David. And Lady Luck smiled on me. I'm sorry if the audio clipped, but let's do it. Are you happy about this, Brent? Are you happy about this theme?
I forget what Larry David looks like.
Okay, pull up some reference and we will.
What is like a Larry David, like what is he in his like prime?
I mean, I think he's always in his prime.
Is it just like this kind of look?
Yeah, it's that look. Yeah.
Okay.
Get some reference, put it on screen, and we're gonna make Larry David Octopus, everybody. Larry David Octopus.
Okay, I think I can do this. He's like a comedy writer.
Yes. Oh no! You've never watched Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No.
No. Okay, that's cool. He wrote Seinfeld.
That's what I know about him.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Okay.
Put the reference on screen, I think.
Yeah, I will. I'm just gonna Photoshop an octopus on his head. Cool. I hope you guys are doing well.
All right, can we get the next theme?
Yes, new theme, guys.
Yes.
And it's starting right now.
Do you guys like our dance? We do a dance every time. All right. Everybody draw Larry David as an octopus. Okay, so again, we have all of these notes down below in the description of this video. By the way, how's all the internet going and stuff?
We have lost a lot of frames.
Okay.
But it's working.
Well, I apologize if this stream seems choppy, but thank y'all for following along.
Yeah. As long as the audio works.
Yes. So we talked a little bit last time about some prerequisites for getting into the animation industry. And so we said you got to learn to draw foundationally. It helps to have some schooling. You have to post art on social media and pictures of your face. You have to make connections with other human beings and be able to take notes without an ego. So let's get into it. So yeah, you got to be in LA. Your portfolio should be able to blend flawlessly into other TV shows. Let me see. Yes. So social media is really good because it's a microcosm of being able to stand out. And I actually, when I was on Rick and Morty season 3, I got to help hire people. And I got to say, we do something called testing in the industry where you get a test, like you got to draw 4 aliens and you have to complete that within a time limit, and they'll see if you're a good match for the show.
Yes, you actually have to take a test to get into most studio jobs, if not all.
Right.
And it really comes down to your portfolio and how well you do on the test.
In order to get the test, you need a good portfolio, and then...
Yeah, many people don't know that there's a whole testing process, and it's even a challenge just to get a test.
Yes.
Especially if you're not well connected.
Yes. So you need to be able to stand out because you're getting like 150 tests. If you're ever in the position to hire someone, there's so many tests coming in.
That's why just applying is such a
Yes.
meme, because it's like, well, you're gonna apply and then maybe you get a test and then you work really hard on the test. It takes you a week and then you're just one of 150 tests from a pile of online applicants that they don't even look at because they already know someone in house.
Right. And
it's cruel, but that's how it is.
Yeah. And so when I was actually looking at tests in season 3, I was noticing everybody who just drew 4 aliens with no color, and turned that in, there was 150 of those. So it all blended together. It was like you were looking for kind of micro differences. But the people who colored their characters, who cleaned them up, and did a little bit more than what was asked, those people are the ones who ended up getting hired on the show. It's not necessarily fair, but it's just the fact that they just stood out to all the people who are looking at tests and hiring. So I think this is a really important piece of information that you should do the bare minimum, but if you have time, try to go a little bit above and beyond. Don't send in a portfolio that splatters glitter all over everybody, but do a little bit more to show off your skill. Do some impressive stuff for your skill. So a good way to test that out is to be big on social media. If you can make stuff that sticks out and lots of people like it and lots of people look at it and you get more and more subs, it's like being able to stand out in a test situation. And we know about that because of YouTube. We've kind of learned, thumbnails, certain things have to stand out, get people involved emotionally, stuff like that. Did you have more to say, Brian?
About testing?
Yeah, do you want me to just keep going?
I think testing is somewhat controversial in the animation industry because a lot of really good artists who normally pass tests easily just don't like having to take them all the time, and it does get to a point where it's okay, I know I could work on this show, this is very easy for me, but I'm expected to take a test on top of my working life, and then you didn't pick me because you already had someone in mind, but you test out of obligation. So it is somewhat controversial, but when you're just starting out, it's actually super helpful to take a test because it really forces you to try to match a style. So I've always found tests to be very educational, and I always see them as a challenge and it is hard and it's annoying, and you don't get paid for them, but and you can fail. But it's
try to get as many as possible and do them.
Yeah. Even if you don't like think you're gonna do well, like I took a lot of storyboard tests, and I'm not a storyboard artist.
Yeah. Okay. So So try to stand out on social media. It's gonna help you when you do testing. So let's see. So when you're in the industry, you're not going to be like lauded for your ability and your unique skill. This is kind of a sad truth, but everybody is technically replaceable. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's just an assembly line.
It's an assembly line, but that's not a bad thing. I wrote down here like you should try to be a sketch monkey, but that's not a bad thing because it makes you rich. And I mean, that sounds really soulless, but the way I think of it is that you get to collaborate. You get to collaborate with a group of people that you usually like. Like I haven't met anyone in animation that I hate.
No, I like everybody here. They're all here because they want to do art, and they're all very positive people.
So you get to collaborate with a group of people, and you get to get paid a lot of money to draw for a living. So you have to be able to take notes, and you have to be able to turn stuff in on time, and you have to be able to do what they tell you, even if it's not your creativity is not like sparked. Like you don't have to get inspiration to do something. You have to be able to just like clock in, draw a mailman, clock out. Does that make sense? All right. How's that sketch coming, bro?
Oh, it's terrible. I'm seizing up.
No.
It's the worst thing I've ever done.
I know. I think I scared you because I yelled so loud. I'm sorry, Brent.
Don't yell into the microphone.
Yes. Brent is very concerned about audio.
I'm here for the audio.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
Nah, it's fine.
Nah. We can chill. I think it looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I just need positive reinforcement.
Yeah, positive reinforcement.
And I need to like zoom in so I can actually see what I'm doing.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, Larry, like, you've never seen, have you seen Seinfeld?
I have seen like a few episodes of Seinfeld.
Okay, yeah. He's a very kind of, George from Seinfeld.
George Costanza.
Yes, this is Larry is the real world George.
Ah, okay.
Similar to like Abed in Community is a friend of Dan Harmon's.
Yeah.
There's a real guy that George is based on, and it's Larry. Okay, so let's keep going.
I used to do caricatures like as a living, but I've totally like lost that skill.
I think you're doing good, man. Don't sell yourself short.
Thank you.
Yeah. You really nailed his essence, the hair. It really sells it.
He has it's the mad scientist look.
He does kind of have a mad scientist look, yeah.
I'm noticing it's like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brent, that's looking pretty.
You guys are so nice. See, I love you guys.
All right, so let's keep going. We already kind of touched on this, but jobs that are needed a lot are storyboard artists. Yeah. Don't be afraid to fail. Yeah. So, how do you get a test? That's the next big thing. That's
the big question that is on everybody's mind. Like, I feel ready. How do I get a test? And a test is going to come down to being in the right place at the right time and being in the know and knowing when to ask for a test. And that only comes through lots of like, well, the word is networking, but I think we don't like the word networking for other reasons, which we'll get into later.
Yeah.
But you have to really be part of the animation community to be kind of in the know about things. It's like being invited to a high school party.
Yeah.
You got to be friends with the right people. You got to like be at lunch at the right time and hear about it. And like you got to be like on good terms so that it's like appropriate for you to ask for a test. Yes. And it's hard to like I can't just give you a list of emails for you to like asks for tests because that's not how it works. It's about your reputation and like
reputation is very important in animation. Even to us. Like BAM helps our reputation because people kind of know who we are. That's our form of social media. So we're kind of preempting a lot of people because they know about us through BAM before we even get hired.
Yeah. And like I mean, people know me in the industry. I've kind of like established like a name for myself.
Yep.
People know that I do props. They're not
Yes.
expecting me to do other things.
Yes.
I do 3D stuff. So when people think about that, they tend to think about me, and they send me an email.
And they need to know that you're cool and people can vouch for you.
Yeah, and I've worked on a bunch of shows already, so it's pretty easy for me to get a test, but I do have to try. But
Yeah.
let me tell you guys, it is hard the first time.
Yeah, it is.
One thing that's really helpful is to know people who are talent recruiters.
Yeah.
There are specific people at certain studios who are actually recruiters of new talent.
Mm-hmm.
And they look for and try to connect with like new people in LA
Mm-hmm.
and talk to them and kind of like assess their skills and like send them tests.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know a few recruiters and you can meet them at all the networking events, like that really helps.
What about LinkedIn, Brent?
No one uses LinkedIn in the animation industry.
That's
No
all I
one
wanted you to say.
No one uses LinkedIn in the animation industry.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
a
not
lot of
serious.
people ask me that about LinkedIn. I've never used LinkedIn.
It's bad, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the weird spammy version of Facebook that's like owned by Microsoft.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you got to get in by posting on social media. I think that's
Yeah.
the long and short of it. And once you have like a reputation of you're in someone's inbox every day, they're seeing that you're posting and making good art every day. They're seeing that you're a person. And then you ask for a test like politely or whatever. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I know them. I follow them on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah. And you know, the thing about getting a test is they only test for shows that are currently hiring. So a lot of times it's just dry out there.
Mhm.
Like there's just nothing testing.
Yeah.
So it's about the timing.
Yeah, totally. So, you know, a lot of times, I mean, we already said this, but a friend reaches out and says, hey, we're about to start hiring on this thing. So
Yeah, so that's
the
more
hardest thing is
likely.
getting through the wall. But once you're on the other side of the wall, it's a lot better of an environment for finding tests and stuff.
Let's keep an eye on the chat.
Yeah,
as well,
may
'cause
I
know
move it?
I
Well,
see.
let me get the mouse.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
Cool.
I can see them attempting to talk to us at the same time.
Yes.
It's hard
cool.
being on that as well.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. By the way, guys, I mean, I'm loving this stream, but at the beginning of it, we had a lot of technical difficulties with the internet and like frames being dropped. So
I haven't. We've only dropped 2% of our frames, so that's
good.
That's better than
it's
what
going
we were.
well now. But I'm just letting you know that's how it started. Now, you know, we're just trying to be chill and like, at least I think that's the energy we should go for, right, Brent?
I need those chill vibes.
Need those chill vibes.
I can't perform.
Yeah. I need the chill vibes. They give me chill power.
Guys, press 1 to send me chill vibes
Yeah,
in chat.
press Brent to press 1 to whatever he said.
Yeah.
Okay, let me keep going.
Yeah, keep going. I like responding to these questions.
Okay, good. All right. So we already did talk about how animation is testing is hotly debated, and the reason is, I mean, we said this already, but I'm just gonna say it again. Like, if you've been working for 30 years in the industry, you should just get hired. Is what some people would argue. You shouldn't have to take a test to get a job. You know, you shouldn't have to compete with a bunch of kids who are just getting out of school and don't have kids and don't have time.
Yeah, people don't like that. They're like, I gotta compete with a bunch of 22-year-olds like who haven't ever worked before.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, that's the other thing about the size
it's
of this.
It's nuanced because sometimes you find your favorite people that way.
Yeah. That's the other thing you need to understand about the industry. It's not this like open door policy where like the industry is there to protect you and like get you hired easily and make it very easily accessible. It's all closed doors because it's designed to protect the people who are already like, well, it's designed to make TV cartoons.
Yeah.
That's the number one profit, or that's the number one thing because that's profitable. Secondly, it is there to protect the people who are already qualified and work there. And then on the very like last thing is like, well, we also do have a small number of positions open for new people.
Yes.
And this is a thing.
Yes.
But the art schools would not tell you that. They would tell you, oh, it's the biggest opportunity of a lifetime. Like, pay us and we'll teach you how to get in.
Yeah.
The industry of learning how to get into the industry.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
So I think the time is about to go out. If you want to show some people your portfolio, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
While they're submitting art.
Yeah. There's my crappy Larry sketch. All right.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, I know
done.
there was like rushing and stressing, and you don't know who Larry David is, but you really did nail him. I
you.
really have to tell you, like, it looks. It's his energy.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it really is his essence, the essence of Larry.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank
well
you.
done, dude.
Thank you.
All
Yeah.
right, so let's see Brent's portfolio while you guys upload images of Larry David as an octopus.
Yeah. Actually, one second. I want to change something about the thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna click here. New drawing theme.
Yeah, you want to see the timer.
Yeah. There it is.
There we go. Technical Brent. Figuring out
There
the
we go.
techniques.
All right. What do you want to look at? Want to look at my
Portfolio.
My early artwork.
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm such a fan of Brent's artwork, guys.
I'm gonna show you guys what my art looked like when I moved to LA. And keep in mind, I'm a different kind of artist. I'm not a character designer. Like that wasn't my strong point.
But I mean, I would agree to disagree. I mean, let's see some of these. I think you really are quite good, all around. Look at that.
So
That's amazing, Brent.
This is like more of my foundational stuff. It's just me looking at figure drawings online.
Yeah.
This is kind of how I drew. This was me and my then girlfriend going to Canada.
So this is what you sent to studios to get into the industry, yes?
This is what I had on my website, and I would send people my website, and they could click around.
Nice.
I had backgrounds from my senior film. I drew a lot of like really flat, stylized stuff. Like that was my thing, and I had a lot of big bold lines because I really like Penny Arcade. Some cars. These cars are in behind me. I mean, this is what I thought good character design was when I was like 19.
Well, you have influences.
I made comics. I drew a lot of like really warpy stuff in my sketchbook.
What I would say some of your influences is John Kay. Penny Arcade. Yeah.
Steven Silver, and like a lot of people that I was looking at the time, like Callie Fontecchio and Jack Cusimano. Like I was looking at their art online.
So you're attempting to make art that fits into the industry, and you're looking at references.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to be like the artists that I saw who were working at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like there's an image in here of like a mermaid type character. Let me find it. It's because I know the story. What?
So yeah, I mean, you saw mine, you saw Brent's.
Yeah.
This is what some industry portfolios look like.
Yeah, basically they needed a person to do color design on Rick and Morty, and like someone sent my website to the art director, and he just looked at a few images, they were just like, yeah, this person can color. Get him in here.
We were both kind of not in our preferred positions immediately. Is that correct? I was in Disney Interactive as basically an intern. You were in color.
I was doing color key for a character. Yeah.
But I wanted to do character design. You wanted to do background and props.
Yeah, I wanted to do design. I wanted to draw.
So we weren't quite where we ended up, but we got in, which is the most important part, and had good art.
I should hold off on my current art, right?
Yeah, I think I haven't shown mine yet.
Okay,
so
cool.
let's just and I want to see your test for Rick and Morty as well, but we can do that.
I'll show you my test
a little bit
next
later.
Time.
Okay,
next
cool.
Time.
So should I click some Larry Davids?
Yeah, dude.
All right, dude, I'm super excited. There we go.
There, that looks like him.
Yes. Oh, I love his jacket.
He's all octopus.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. This is beautiful. Okay, let's see. I'm telling you, man, you need to try the sponge cake.
This is a thing?
Yeah, I think it's from Curb. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll try to do Larry David impression. Here we go.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
That's right. That's correct.
You guys are killing it.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
Or maybe we should do the sorting. Or no, I think it's sorting correctly.
Yeah, it's sorting correctly, I think. Is it?
Well, let me try.
You do it.
We're gonna sort by
I love this design though.
name. Oh. date.
There we go.
Nope, hang on. See, I had this set up before, and it changed.
Well, congratulations, Jason Rodriguez. Your art gets to be on screen really long.
Yeah.
Sub to Jason Rodriguez.
I literally checked this right before, and it was working, and then it changed halfway through.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do sort by ascending.
There we go.
Okay, now the new ones will be at the bottom.
There we go. Very excited. Ooh, I like this one.
I don't know
who Larry David is. Okay, so Brent isn't alone, but I think you really nailed it.
I've heard the name before, and people always talk about him, but I never watched these shows that much.
He's like, he inspires like a cult like following. That's why I was so excited.
Yeah, I'm down, dude.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
The first time I was like, Kim Kardashian, like, I don't know if I'm out for that. And then I was like, oh, I should have done that one.
Yeah. Well, the next assignment will not be a mermaid. It will be something else.
That's okay. I'm going to make you draw something from like Linus Tech Tips or something like that one day.
Okay, fine. That's funny. That's great.
Nice. Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Ooh, lizard.
Is that a lizard?
Yeah. Dang, she really got it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
The long hair. Oh my god, okay.
That Larry is really about to complain about his coffee.
Captain Keys on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Seinfeld in space. Interesting.
Wow. Oh, great.
Do you usually draw for Mermay?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Do you participate in Inktober?
I used to participate in Inktober, and then I kind of got sick of it, and then Mermay was later, and I felt like I mean, my hot take on Mermay is that it's fun to draw a mermaid once or twice, but like it starts being a crutch because like it's like this very convenient thing where you don't have to draw legs, and you get to draw like sexy ladies, and I'm not about the like animation like arms race to draw the cutest like animation babe.
Oh man, I think Larry's my favorite animation
That's why
babe.
I like this. Yeah. I think this is way better. I hope that you all put this on your Instagram and tag Mermay, because I feel like we need to infiltrate that market of like
attack Mermay
with like
Larry David.
Yeah. But
also tag Larry David. Larry David will be really confused.
He won't know. Well, maybe he likes octopusi.
Maybe we can make Larry David a fan of Bam.
I don't know what he would think of Bam.
Notice me, Larry David. Yeah, everybody's nailing it. I feel like we've had a theme in most of our live streams of drawing Oh, that's Kim.
They put her face on the butt.
Of drawing bald men, Brent. Have you noticed that? We had Picard,
There's something about bald guys.
Yeah. That's just sex appeal, you know?
Yeah. I'm getting that crazy like Frankenstein like line
from wearing a hat all the time.
Well, also it's 1,000,000 degrees in here, guys.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
what's next on the actual agenda of what we're supposed to talk about?
The new agenda is a new theme, and then we're gonna run our sponsor ad.
Okay, so we have the next theme.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, just group it or something.
How do you do the hotkey for that? I actually don't know. Tell the viewers.
Control G.
Control G to do a group of selected layers. I didn't know. All right, so let's spin our regular wheel.
Yeah.
The normal wheel.
It'll be the first one right there.
There we go. This is just our classic wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have any
all the fun themes that we were originally gonna. Well, just all our fun themes that we come up with.
Yeah. We ready?
I'm ready.
All right. And this one will be one of us.
Yeah, see.
If it's something.
If it's like a car, I'll do the car.
A witch?
I think you could do that.
You want me to do the witch?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it. All right, everybody. So the new theme is witch.
Yes. Let's draw some witches.
Remove. All right. So
And I'm gonna softball you. Not softball you. I'm gonna pitch you.
you can pitch me stuff. You can also just read the questions stuff too. Can I get the new theme? What is it?
Oh, Control Alt Shift D. It's a lot of. It's a very complicated set of hotkeys so that we don't hit it accidentally.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'll tell you where I ended on that list. By the way, again, everything we're talking about is in a Google document that's linked in the description. So you guys can keep this for your own reference.
Yes, that's right. You guys can revisit this and read all the stuff we were going to say about.
Yeah.
Well, it appears to end up on networking advice. Is that where we want to pick up?
I think we already talked about that. I'll tell you where I ended, if you don't mind. We went past testing. Things to keep in mind when you do get work, and then now to the questions.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. So now, that first whole big thing of how we got in the industry is kind of just a general response to a lot of the questions that we got. But now we want to pick up on some very specific questions that were asked on our Reddit. And by the way, if you didn't know, we have a BAM animation subreddit, which is linked below. And also linked below, I'm just going to go ahead and announce this now, the BAM animation Discord, which is in beta.
Wow.
So you guys can join the Discord if you like. Yes. I'm still in the process of setting it up, but it's about 90% of the way there.
Right.
There are places to post your art. There's places to ask for critique, and other artists will help you draw over your stuff.
Right.
You guys can interact with each other. You can talk about games.
BAM Animation has a Discord, and a bunch of industry artists go on it. Isn't that true?
That's the big selling point.
That's the big selling point.
There are industry artists who
our friends
use the Discord, and they will talk to you and they will give you feedback.
They'll give you critiques. Everyone can post their art. So check out the BAM Animation Discord linked below.
Yes. Now keep in mind there are rules.
Oh.
So when you join the Discord, you have to read the rules and agree to the terms of service, because we don't want people essentially spamming our friends and things like that, or posting like really obscene images. Yeah,
no, we're keeping it tasteful nudes, like Brent said.
Yeah, it's kind of a Discord for...
It's a safe for work Discord.
Yeah. It's a community designed to people who are serious about working, like improving their portfolios and getting better at art, and hopefully one day working in the industry.
Yes.
That's what it is. But you can read more about it there.
But yeah, check it out. We got, how many people are on it already?
There's 40 fans, essentially 40 BAM initiates.
And I do have to say, like I actually didn't know what a Discord was.
Okay.
And so if you don't mind, it's a server. It's
a chat server.
It's a chat server. You can chat in audio, but you can mainly just like post and hang out with people. It's not Facebook. It's
a chat room.
It's a chat room.
It's a bunch of chat rooms, and that also allow voice commands.
Yes.
I mean, my first thing would be like, it's Ventrilo, but I mean, you haven't used Ventrilo either.
Yes. I have not done anything.
Okay. Let's talk about the Reddit thing. Contoria says, what are some of the best resources for finding work in the animation industry? I've heard multiple times that by the time a job is posted online, the studio already has a few people in mind, and they don't take much stock in online applicants. Is this true? And how does one get ahead of the curve and become a candidate if by the time a studio posts, an opening is already filled? Okay, so that's a difficult question, because it's like, how do I be in the know? Like, am I one of those boxes in the Indiana Jones warehouse? And that's true, and it is like that. So I'm going to say, besides being in the know and having direct contacts in the industry, there are a few public job applications you can fill out online. There's ones for Netflix, Nickelodeon, DreamWorks, and Bento Box. I mean, you can literally just Google like Bento Box careers,
and you'll go into a pool of people who are, being looked at by multiple art directors on multiple projects.
Yeah, and they do list current job openings there. And it has gotten better over the last couple of years. When I first came out here, there was basically
nothing.
And now there are a few like open online applications.
Yeah. So
Whether or not they look at them, I don't know.
yeah, we can't say with authority, but I think they do. And also, it's linked in the document. All of those links are in the document. If you guys want to apply to Netflix, I mean, you can even just look up Netflix animation careers and find a page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you right now that I filled out all of those when I was looking for work, and I only ever once heard back from one of those things, and it was 6 months after I filled it out.
But still worth doing. Am I right?
Still worth doing. I would do it. I just wouldn't put I wouldn't put all my eggs in there.
Don't call grandma.
Yeah. And yeah, it is true. In my experience, when studios are looking for someone, they first ask the people already at the studio. They're like, hey, do you know any background designers? We just need someone for a project. And that will be the very first people they ever look at. They'll look for someone who's already come recommended, who's probably already working, or they just came off of a job and they're really well qualified. And they look at their portfolio, and then they see if they can get them into interview. And if they can't find anybody like that, that's when they'll start looking at the tests or looking at the submissions, if their studio even has that, because most studios, again, don't have any way of like submitting applications online.
Yeah.
Only the really big ones have ever put in the like website infrastructure to like accept online applications.
So yes, online applications exist. They're linked in the document, and you can fill them out. Go for it.
Yeah. So the way you get ahead is being in the know, having close friends, like establishing good relationships with people already in who trust you and trust your ability to draw, and they'll probably tell you like if a show is hiring. And then you need just to be in a constant state of readiness, ready to submit your portfolio. You can't be like this type of person who's like, oh, I heard about a job listing. Well, let me try to get my portfolio ready. Like I gotta do some more stuff to it, and then like you wait like a couple weeks to change things.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work. You have to be ready to go.
Yeah.
And just establishing relationships and friendships and meaningful contacts in the industry, just that takes a long time. So this is not anything you can do overnight. You can't press a button and like be friends with people instantly and have them recommend you for a job. It's going to take, I mean, I planned my move for like years.
Yeah. And we're going to talk to the sketch in a little bit. Jen Wolf. I mean, we can say her name.
Yeah, Jen is going to tell us about.
And, Jen became friends with people who were in the industry, and it helped her a lot to get a job. Yeah,
actually, Jen just wrote, you will apply to hundreds of jobs and you may never hear anything back. Like, slanty, upset face.
Oh my God.
And that's true. And then, but yeah, you need to surround yourself with lots of people who are trying to do the same thing and who may or may not be in the industry. And that's what's going to help, is by being part of the art community.
Right.
Okay. Skid Remarks asks, what education is expected to become a professional animator in Burbank? Does GPA matter? Does portfolio outweigh a degree? And the answer to that is that no education experience is needed or expected. It's going to come down to your portfolio and how well you do the test. Right. I mean, there isn't anything other than that. If that means for you that you have to go to college so that you learn from skilled professors, and that's how you learn best, then that's what you need to do. But for other people, they can just kind of self-teach their way and figure it out.
Yeah, Brent didn't go to a fancy college and got into the industry kind of with your own drive. I went to a fancy college. I was still driven, but there was tons and tons of talented artists around me. So it inspired me to be better and, competitive, to be honest. And
there are advantages to both of them.
Yes.
If you go to a design school where everyone is trying to get into the industry, part of your tuition is essentially just you're paying to be around like-minded people, which really helps.
Yes. So no college is needed. Nobody checks your grades in real life, right? Nobody checks your college experience.
No, they don't care. But
it helps if you want to buy yourself into the mafia.
The only time people are going to ask you if you go to college, it's going to be like essentially like water cooler talk, like, oh, really? You went to England? That's interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
do you know this teacher?
No one actually cares.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you consider is a great animation example and a really badly animation example.
Why don't you answer this first, and then I'll give you my answer after that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna say that I like traditional animation a lot. And there's TV traditional animation, there's feature animation. Like, if you're talking about actual animation movement, there's so many good examples, because there's lots of good examples of movement, like Disney feature, like Con, like pushing Mowgli up the tree. It's like so amazing. Like, that stuff is great. And I even like a lot of like limited TV stuff. I can't say I like super like puppet animation, but I think it works, like as long as it moves nice.
Yeah.
Like
Final Space, I would say, is like incredible puppet animation.
Well, that one's like a really big hybrid.
Okay.
A lot of shows are like not actually puppet animation. They're like very intense hybrids.
Wow. Like
Bob's Burgers is like very hybrid-y.
Right.
Which I think totally works, and it looks great. Like, I don't really even think about it when I watch it, 'cause it just looks amazing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, animation that I don't like is like literally animation that has like bad spacing, and it has no easing or like overshooting, and it's super even, and it's like rigid and very amateurish.
And you don't like rotoscoping.
I don't like rotoscoping when you can tell the person has no idea like what movement is. Mm-hmm. Like, there's like 2 movies that I really hate that are just like, the design is literally just rotoscoping. They're not trying to like animate it.
Mm-hmm. What are they called?
Waking Life and The Scanner Darkly, which are done by the same artist, and I just think they're garbage.
Yeah.
I really hate that stuff with an intense passion.
Yeah.
But like, rotoscoping was used in a lot of Disney films to help them understand the movement, and those are like experienced artists using rotoscoping correctly. So I like love that stuff.
Yeah, Snow White is heavily rotoscoped, right? The actual character of Snow White.
I think Sleeping Beauty is the one that people think about, because it helped them understand like the dancing, but they did a lot of work to it.
Right.
And rotoscoping is very useful. It's just a means to get to an end. It's when you don't do anything with the movement and you just keep it like really floaty and live action-y is when it looks like garbage.
Right.
Which is what those movies look like.
Right. I mean, you already touched on this, but I think that's a really good point. Is this person asked, what's good animation? And I think I've heard a lot of people who don't really know much about animation ask that question. And it's not, the question is not like, what's a good show? You know, we want to, does deselect not work?
Control
D.
D.
No, hang on. I got that on. Okay, cool. It's not about like, is it good writing or not? It's
yeah, we're talking about like the literal movement.
The literal movement. Yeah.
And I hear a lot of people say something has bad animation when they actually just don't like the character designs.
Bro, I'm having issues here. Yeah, they don't like the character designs. Where's my backspace? It's acting real weird.
Oh, dude, I don't know.
Pull up the history. Let me just do the
history.
history.
Do the history.
Yeah.
I think
something happened.
The quick selection mask and hit it backwards and forwards got weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really get annoyed when people are like, I don't like the animation style, when they're not really talking about the movement. They're just talking about like they don't like the design of the show, because a lot of shows like look bad but are animated well, and that's like the point.
Yeah.
Or they'll say something has good animation, but the animation is bad. They just like the story.
Yes. Like South Park. I mean, is South Park good animation? Technically, no, but it serves the purpose.
No, it's good. It pops really nicely and moves quickly. Mm-hmm. It's
something we've discussed.
Done well, I think
something we've discussed before is like it reads quickly.
Yeah, it reads well.
It's very clear. If things are clear, it like helps the story along.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with any South Park animation because it reads well, like you know what's happening. Like I hate like the really like super evenly spaced stuff where it's like just kind of like all moves forward at a very consistent rate, and like it gets very like weird and like floaty is the word. Like bad animation, like we often call it like floaty because like nothing looks like it has like any real weight to it.
Yeah.
It's
like, you know what's kind of like that 90s like X-Men.
That stuff is like just really limited, and it's pretty bad.
It's limited, but like they'll like morph.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They'll like morph into another pose instead of move into another pose.
Yeah, I don't like that stuff. Like the G.I. Joe like toy based animation stuff is,
Man, I don't think I have time to
it's
color
like
this.
well drawn, but it's not, it's so limited that it's like can't allowed to be like good movement.
Right. I'm gonna just try to just like block it in real quick.
No, that's good.
Without...
We can just stall for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, people have a lot of opinions about animation here in the chat.
Yeah.
South Park is all done in Maya, which is crazy because it's 3D software.
Yes, South Park is not done on paper. That's a common misconception. It's done on Maya.
Yeah. Someone has opinions about Scanner Darkly. I mean, I assume that the movie is good. I just hate the way it looks.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the Reddit questions.
Cool. Just give me like 30 seconds more and I'll just color it in her freaking dress and that's it.
Okay. On a balance scale, what weighs more when finding an animation job, the portfolio or the contacts? And I'm just going to say right now that like life is not an RPG. You can't assign a numerical value to anything like this. You need a good mix of connections and skill to just get the test in the first place. Mm-hmm. And then you will need the skill to pass the test. Mm-hmm. And you cannot get in without doing the work. Like you have to do the work at some point. So it doesn't matter how good your socialite abilities are. You're not going to get in unless you pass the test. Yeah. So it comes down to that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I see a few things coming up here. Max has to do a video about how he does digital coloring.
Oh, do I? I mean, I learned it all from Brent.
Well, we have a video that teaches literal like flat coloring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been accepted.
Check that video out.
Yeah. I'm accepted into a really good school, but they only doing e-learning because of COVID. Should I wait or go now?
That's a crazy question.
Go now, dude. You're at home, like on your computer. Just draw, man. Like
what? Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Okay.
Are you going to talk about Rick and Morty season 4 part 2 coming out in a couple minutes? Yeah, it actually is coming out tonight. So
yeah, at some point, I guess that'll air. I'm excited about that. I've been working on that for a long time, and tonight's episode is really good. Nice. No spoilers. I'm not gonna say anything about it. It's amazing, is what I'm gonna say. Okay. All right, I'm good. Let's freaking check out the chat. There's Kiki. That's great, dude. You're killing it, man. I love it, dude. Yeah, it's cute. Man, damn it. Sorry, I just want to color her stupid shit. That's okay. The next question is kind of long, so we're gonna save that one for a bit. So should I show what my test going into Rick and Morty looked like? Or is that something we're gonna do at the end, or? Oh wait, do we have a sponsor read? Yeah, that's after this. Okay, after this. Let's show the test of Rick and Morty at the end. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Let's pull up some of the images that you guys submitted for a witch. Yeah. Let's see what they look like. Do you want to go ahead? We got some witches, guys. So witchy. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Pretty. Uh-oh. Yes. I see something right here. That's beautiful. There we go. Brent the audio witch. Yes. I had a good audio joke and I lost it. Nice. That's good. Wow. Classic. You guys' witches are nice. That's nice. Yeah. We got a classic witch right here. Mm-hmm. I like the wings. The Wicked Witch of the West. Mm-hmm. I like that her torso is facing one way and her chest is the other. Wow. That's great. That's well designed. Wow. That's really like amazing. That. Yeah. Cannot do that in 15 minutes. No, that's great. I recognize this person from last time. That's cool. Christopher Downing. Nice. Hell yeah. That's amazing. Beautiful. She's a little nervous to be a witch. She's like, I'm a witch, but I don't feel confident. It's all about the pose. Good pose. Yes. Yeah. I'm loving that. Larry David. Larry David witch. That rules. Oh. You guys are great. Oh my god. Oh my god. The reason witches are green. Wow. They bathe in pea soup. That's nice. Pea soup is great. Mm-hmm. Dude, please do this one. Yeah. Yep.
The sandwich.
sandwich.
A sandwich. Wow.
What's that one?
Oh, it's tile.
It's so bizarre. I love it.
Wow.
Nice.
Adorable. Really cute.
Yeah. Ooh, cool.
Classic.
That's nice.
Classic.
Very good. Sorting hat kind of hat.
Mm-hmm. Fun.
You can go a lot of ways with witches, right? Cute.
Yeah, you can go cute. You can go witchy.
You can go witchy, yeah.
You can go
Old
anime.
crone.
Crone.
Yeah. That's nice.
I'm a fan of all of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I got a couple of witchy friends these days. I feel like people are into the Wiccan thing.
Yeah.
They're like casting spells on each other.
Yeah. Scoot over this way so you're in camera.
Yeah, sorry. There we go.
That's all right. That's looking good.
Witches are in this year.
Okay.
Oh, here, Owl House.
Owl
Witch.
House.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh, cool. Click this one here.
This one?
Michelle, yeah. Looking good.
Real fun.
Yeah.
This one's kind of like a fashion drawing.
Yeah. Nice.
It's like
brown
a Freddy
teeth.
kind of guy.
Yeah.
Dude, they're coming in live, guys.
Coming in live. Dang. Go up a bit. Is there more up there?
We got a few.
Yeah.
There's a really freaky looking one.
Cool. I'm a fan of that one. Yes, a cute witch. Kawaii.
Very good. Oh, mouthless witch.
Okay.
I think I see a...
Oh my goodness. It better
it's
not
a
be.
tiff.
It's a tiff. Nope.
Don't send us
You're
tiffs,
not
guys.
gonna be on.
There it goes.
All right. Well, thank you for drawing me.
Yeah.
And
Oh, he sent a JPEG.
Okay, you sent a JPEG.
There it
Okay,
is.
thank you for the JPEG.
Thank
That's
you,
very
thank-
nice. That's very nice. I appreciate when people draw me.
Yeah, it's
And
funny.
submit JPEGs. Thank you.
The PDF? Don't submit PDFs.
Yeah, we've actually had memes on our Discord
Yeah,
about
there's
Brent and Max being mad about people sending PSDs.
Yeah. That's why you should join the Discord. It's great.
Yes.
But only if you're serious.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's fun.
That's like Muppety. I like that
I love
one.
it.
Yeah.
You guys wanna
That's cool.
get going on the next theme, or what do you want?
Yeah, pull up your phone and let's do an ad read if you don't mind.
Oh, the ad read. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we have a new sponsor this time.
Yep, we have a new sponsor.
Who is it, Max? What's going on with this
let
one?
me find it.
This one's kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, so Brent, my poop has been looking like a live action Netflix anime.
Oh, what does this mean, Max? Where are you going with this?
Watered down.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That makes sense.
we got this new sponsor. It's Metamucil. Can you show the product, please?
Yes, this is what they sent us. Do you guys know what this is?
Yeah, Metamucil.
You ever heard of this? They reached out to us.
They reached out to us. Me and Brent used this, but the problem is Metamucil thought that BAM stood for Burke Asset Management, which is actually the #1 asset manager for people over 70. So the ad copy doesn't really fit our demographic, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, they have no idea what BAM means.
Yeah,
So, well,
that's okay. We need the money.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to read the ad, and I think we're good.
I think they could use it.
Yeah, everybody can use it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
If treating yourself to bodega prunes has your stomach seized up like the brakes on your Lincoln, you might need a new kind of fiber. Who cares about the science behind it? It'll take 30 years worth of saltines and Werther's Originals to turn it into soft, brown pool noodles like God intended. And we know the only thing... Go ahead, that's your line.
The part that I'm supposed to say.
Yes.
Well, you guys know the only thing worse than irritable bowel is early onset Alzheimer's.
Exactly. It's difficult being senile during the pandemic, especially when your children don't call anymore. Metamucil makes your bowel movements so effortless you'll be spry enough to vote again in the coming election. Ronald Reagan, 4 more years.
Because the only thing worse than irritable bowel is early onset Alzheimer's.
You may not have the looks to swoon that bird at your water aerobics class, but you still have the confidence knowing that your poop is smoother than Clark Gable. So if your stomach's thundering, it's not your grandson's jazz music, it's just your irritable bowels. So try some Metamucil. After being alive for 8 decades, a lot of people probably hate your guts, but you don't have to hate yours. So treat your bowels like you treated your children in the will, and excrete them. Metamucil, try the 14-day challenge. If you live that long, 10% off your next purchase.
Because the only thing worse than irritable bowel syndrome is early onset Alzheimer's.
All right. Okay, we got it. Cut, print. Metamucil.
Oh God,
Metamucil.
it's good, guys.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good.
thank them. They're our only sponsor, man. Like we lost all of our sponsors last time.
I think they're good. I tried some. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Okay,
it's not my age group, but let me say it's good for all ages.
It's good for all ages. Let's switch places and we'll do a new theme. Is that right?
Yeah.
Should we do the wheel first?
Yeah, pull out the wheel.
Pull out the wheel first. Let's do a new theme. Should we talk to Jen this time, or would you like to actually draw and talk to her later?
Let's do it after this one.
Okay. After this one, we'll talk to Jen.
Please eat
Oh my
breakfast.
God.
Abraham Lincoln.
Are you into that?
Yeah.
You want to draw breakfast?
I'll do Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. All right. The new theme is Abraham Lincoln. So, boom, boom, boom. All right. The new theme is Abraham Lincoln.
I'm into it. Great work here.
Thank you.
So he was the
16th
president.
Yep.
His election is like almost what caused the Civil War.
Oh my God.
Because he had a moderate view on slavery.
Right.
Wow.
They've been trying to figure out elections, how to do them for a while. I'm going to go back to the industry questions. Can you tell me where you left off? Which was the last one? Internships. Do we talk about internships or not?
No, we haven't talked about internships.
Did we talk about... Okay.
It's the last... the last question was what kind of jobs are available. It's this really long list.
Got it. Okay. Do you mind if I take a pee real quick?
Go for it. I'll handle it.
You'll handle it.
I got it right here.
About internships?
Yeah, I'll just pick it up. I can draw and do this at the same time. It's pretty easy. So let me get an image of Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, who said, "A house divided itself cannot stand." If you want to know about Abraham Lincoln, guys, I recommend watching the Ken Burns documentary, The Civil War. That is a good documentary. That's my favorite. It's got Shelby Foote. And lots of stories about North versus South. This guy is like a caricature in real life. Like his features are so extreme. Like he doesn't look real. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like a real life cartoon. Like no one looks like this crazy.
I feel like you look like you're related to him.
I would love to be related to this legend.
Yeah. So should we talk now about internships or Lincoln? Because I'm down to talk about Lincoln.
I want to talk about both. I also want to talk about Shelby Foote.
Yes. So when Lincoln had his first internship in animation.
Yeah.
Okay, internships. A question from Atlanta Illustrator. I've heard internships are a great way to get ahead in the industry. So what our opinion is sort of.
Yeah, it depends on if a studio even has an internship.
Yeah, there's actually laws in LA about internships that you're not allowed to have interns draw on a lot of the productions, a majority of them, like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, because otherwise those companies would just use would use internships to finish everything because they're significantly cheaper than professional artists.
Yeah, I mean, you need to pay the professional artists, and you can't like try to lowball people by trying to skirt the law in like weird ways. Like we have a union to protect us.
Yes. So part of the union is like interns can't draw production art.
Yeah. There was a lot of people being taken advantage of in animation when it first started, like in early Disney era, and all the artists came together and formed a union back during Dumbo. And like it really has protected artists from like studios exploiting people, and that is why artists actually get paid like a very good living wage. And we can afford to live in LA because it's like really expensive here. Otherwise we would just be making like barely above minimum wage.
Yeah. So what I would say is there aren't a lot of internships.
Yeah, there's only a few at studios that like feel like they need to have like internships as like a PR thing.
Yeah. So, and then even when you get that internship, you're not allowed to draw. However, you do get to spend time at the studio, meeting artists, hanging out, usually doing PA work, like organizing files, getting someone coffee, etc.
It can be really good just to get the exposure to the industry and like be there with the artists.
It can be, again, if it exists.
If it exists, yeah.
That's the thing. There aren't a lot of them.
Only certain ones.
Yeah.
So I would like, if you have the opportunity to take the internship, take it. I mean, take whatever you can get. But like it's not something like I would like look for.
I technically did an internship at Disney Interactive, which is the video game division of Disney, and they didn't pay me very well. I did a lot of, production art that was used, on major projects, and I got experience though. I got to meet a lot of people. However, it was in the video game industry, so it didn't really apply to what I wanted to do. But I did make some really good friends who are still in the video game industry. So yeah, that's my opinion, is like, yes, I've done internships. They were a good experience. In hindsight, I recognized that they were taking advantage, but I needed to be taken advantage of so that I could learn.
Yeah. I mean, it's all experience. Like, people say that it's like, oh, we can pay you in exposure and experience, and that's kind of BS, but like, sometimes the experience really is worth it.
Yeah. That's a really great drawing of Lincoln, Brent. I think, have you drawn Lincoln before?
Yeah, I have drawn a couple times.
Brent is a huge fan of American history and history in general. Am I right?
Oh, dude, it's great.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I'm into Ken Burns, man.
Ken Burns, yeah.
I'm into everything going on in this picture.
Yeah.
The Civil War was fought in 10,000 places, from Texas to Tennessee.
Brother, fighting brother. Didn't more people die in the Civil War than any other war in America?
Over 2 million people, I think, died in it. It's over 2% of the population.
Any other war America's participated in. That's how to say.
Yeah. More Americans died in the Civil War.
In the Civil War. Yeah.
I guess we just hate each other.
I mean, we did.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I hope we've kind of learned from that.
We'll see.
Maybe we should start a civil war. What do you think of this? I don't want to incite violence on BAM Animation. But what if we, Portland, like Oregon, Washington, okay, and California, went out and became their own state
and secede from the union? Too political for me, man.
We make all the vegetables. They have to pay import taxes.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. No inciting violence on BAM Animation.
Not ready to go there yet.
When the time comes, you'll know.
if it I'm not going to be the person to suggest that.
Wasn't that like a Looney Tunes gag where he cuts Florida off? Yeah. I'm all about that.
The thing about that is people can't choose where they're from.
Yeah.
I'm from Texas.
Right. Yeah.
And
I'm a privileged Californian.
Yeah.
So,
and I took, the first opportunity I could, I left.
But we would just, you would immigrate here if you came from Texas.
No, you can't immigrate if you secede. It becomes like an issue. People tried to leave Germany when Hitler was in power. Then you couldn't do it after a while.
Yeah. Okay. So the next question is, do you expect or would you like this YouTube channel to be a full-time job? Should I answer?
Yeah, tell me your thoughts on that, Max.
Okay, well, we wrote in our notes, this is a side hobby. It's kind of like a model train set that we like to play with, our YouTube channel. We don't want it to feel like a job ever because we have full-time jobs in animation. We both like them a lot. So this is kind of like what we'd like to do on the side. It's a creative outlet. So I would say that we don't really want our career to turn to YouTube full time.
I don't like YouTube as a job, and I enjoy other people's YouTube videos, but that's not the life I want for myself.
Yeah.
But so for me, I was just looking for something to do one day, and I was like, I really want to edit video. I want to educate, that seems kind of fun. I just it would be fun to do something as a side hobby. And the only things that I could think of was you could start a YouTube channel, but then you have to the only thing that would be good is if I did something that I really know. So what I really know about animation. So I guess it would have to be about that. It was kind of accidental.
Yeah. And I would say it would be awesome to make money on YouTube, but it isn't actually that realistic.
I don't want to work with
the people who make money on YouTube work harder than we do in animation. They work so much. In order to make money, I mean, a lot of people say, why don't you get sponsors? Your sponsor requires you to speak for 45 seconds at the beginning of your video. You can't say anything that would possibly offend your sponsor. You can't really have like, I don't know, like if you have merch, you can make money. If you have merch, if you sell makeup, if you sell like Onnit.com is what Joe Rogan does. H3H3 does Teddy Fresh.
We lost our Onnit sponsorship.
That's right, we lost it.
So sponsors don't like us.
They don't like us, yes, and also like even if we did have sponsors, they don't pay that much. You know, like they even for people with a lot of subs, like they force you to speak for like a minute on their product, and a lot of people cram like 5 sponsors into a video because they need all of that money to add up into something good.
This video is sponsored by Intel.
Yeah.
We're going to do the craziest gaming PC you ever saw. Thank you, Intel. We're using the 10th gen. Like, I don't want to do that.
And you have to do not just Intel, you would have to do something else and something else. In order to get enough money to function as a business, you would have to have like 5 sponsors per video and make 5 videos a week, right?
Yeah. So, you know, this video is made, our channel is made by hand. We own all the equipment. We don't have to, we don't have to report to anybody except each other.
Yeah.
And that's the way we want to keep it.
Yeah.
And like, if it became extra work, like I just wouldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
This is literally just for fun.
Yeah. So BAM will never be a full-time job for us, but we do love it and we do really appreciate our fans. And, you know, we're using it as a jumping off point to try other things within animation. Like,
that's why we do like comedy.
Pitching
that's
and
why
stuff.
we do. Yeah, and there's a lot of comedy on BAM. Like we like to do that kind of stuff.
It's a playground for us, and you know we're really glad that you guys like to play and watch us play.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is, what education is expected to become a professional animator?
I think we answered that.
Okay.
It was about the jobs, I think.
Yes.
The jobs.
Yes. And the next one is, what would you consider is... Okay, never mind. Let me keep going. How do you train yourself to think in 3D when you draw?
We don't want to answer the jobs ones first? Because there was literally one that's
there
just like...
There is a long one about jobs. You want me to get into that?
Yeah, we don't have time for it.
Let's just do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm currently working in school for art, and I would like to work in the animation industry. Could you talk about the different types of jobs and what's expected in the different jobs? I would love to have a better idea what the day-to-day expectations for a variety of jobs are, as well as the experience transitioning from student to working in a studio. Thanks.
Okay.
So, I mean, we wrote that there's designers is one tier.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different types of jobs, and they're not all artists. So you have like designers,
which includes character designers, background designers, prop designers, and art directors.
Right.
This is the art team.
That's the art team.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more. What are the other ones?
The other ones are storyboard artists. These are people who plan out the shots and essentially do rough animation or an animatic.
Yes, the people who, I mean, figure out how the show's going to fit together.
Yeah, these are like Skyrim classes.
yeah, you pick your class.
You pick your class. So
I'm a shaman.
Within them classes of storyboard, you have storyboard artists, storyboard revisionists, storyboard directors, and a supervising director. Mm-hmm. So it's a similar. It's different than design because you're just making one thing, which is the animatic for the episode. So you need a big director who's like just gonna give kind of vague notes and make sure everybody's like on model and it functions in the show. And you need the main director, the episode director, who oversees a team of 3 storyboard artists, and then they are like boarding out the whole thing, and then revisionists help them. Mm-hmm. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I mean it's a big assembly line. Okay, so what else is there? Because there's other jobs.
Production.
Yes.
These are people who manage the artist's art and the budget. So there's coordinators, production manager, line producers, and PAs. So
yeah, some people, their job is just to help artists do the work and like manage all the tons of like art assets.
Organizing.
Yeah, organizing.
That's mainly what it is. It's a huge job. It's a full-time job. There's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a whole department for it. It's just being able to make sure people come in on time and organize all the assets and send them to an animation studio. Mm-hmm. All right, so animation, people who make the drawings move. So these are not usually located in LA, but they might be in a studio like Titmouse.
Yeah,
there will be animators.
Some studios do their animation in-house.
Yeah.
Some outsource it.
Yeah.
And then in LA, typically, if there is animation, there's retake animators that work here and get the animation back and either fix it or like redo it from scratch.
Yes. So the production team takes all the assets, they mail them to an animation studio overseas or in Canada. They complete all the animation and then send it back to the United States, and then or wherever. I mean, the United States is our example. And then retake animators might fix a couple things here and there and composite it all together. Is that correct?
Retake animators sometimes actually just animate certain scenes by scratch. So you need someone. It has to be a person who can fully animate, but mostly their job is to like fix things.
Yeah, mostly their job is to like fix.
So there's
or plus or bump up or just be kind of that perfectionist who has the whole thing and can really like pull it together.
Yeah, and we're not saying that there is no animation in LA. There are studios that do animation here.
Titmouse, if you guys watch Midnight Gospel, it was all animated in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
The animation exists here.
It does. It's just not the majority.
Yeah. And the last one is the post team.
Okay.
So people who put the animation together, which is editors, compositors, and sound engineers.
Yeah, you have people who like take all the frames of animation, literally just like put them in After Effects and like get them all working together with the background and plus things and effects, things like that. And the editors who like edit together animatics and things like that.
Yeah. So the only other thing like that we wrote on notes for this was like that it's an office job. Remember that?
Yeah, you don't enter the office by writing on a slide and like there's like Mickey Mouse is there to greet you with an ice cream dispenser.
Right.
It's an office job. Like you're in a cubicle. You're not filling out paperwork. You're just drawing.
Yeah, you get to draw.
Yeah,
and there's plenty of jobs in it. So I hope that clarifies what some of the jobs in animation are. All right, let's look at some of these Lincoln drawings. By the way, Brent, I mean, well done.
Thank you. I think I'm warmed up.
I think that's like my favorite drawing you've done so far tonight.
I'm very familiar with the face. I've done it before.
Oh, does he have a mole?
He does have a mole.
Okay, that's great.
You can't forget the mole. I think that might be
okay. Yeah, thank you.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
My God.
Reggie.
Dude.
Wow.
Dude. Aw, yeah.
Very good.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Oh, a purple Lincoln.
That's cool.
This one's kind of like a...
He looks kind of anime-ish or something.
It's like an Orson Welles Lincoln.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, with the hammer.
Zombie killing Lincoln. Nice. Ooh. I like your shape
These
design.
Are good Lincolns.
Cool.
Oh,
Sexy.
Senpai Lincoln.
Yeah.
Or Senpai Lincoln. Yeah. I said Winkin.
Senpai Lincoln.
Wow.
Nice. I like how he's got a 5 o'clock shadow on his mustache.
Funny.
That's good.
Lincoln is a great one.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did this one.
Yeah. Zombie Lincoln.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The Lincoln.
That's cool.
Wow.
He looks like a hipster there.
This one's kind of like...
He's like, yeah, have you read my film script?
This one's kind of like a Fabio Lincoln if it wants to open.
Hi.
Hey.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Hell yeah.
The Lincolns are coming in.
Yeah. What's he hiding under his hat, Captain Keys?
I told Brent before the show that he had big top hat energy.
So he's hiding Brent.
It must be a Warcraft server.
Yeah, if Brent had a top hat, it would be a Warcraft server for sure.
I own a Warcraft server.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys my Warcraft server.
Do you really want to? Let's do it. Let's
I'll bring up my Warcraft server.
Let's pull his Warcraft server out. Yeah.
Uh-oh, we got a Clone High one.
Nice.
This is great because can we just appreciate like the character design for a second? Because it's like it really does look like high school Lincoln.
Yeah.
It's got the facial read, but it's like not Lincoln, but you can tell that it is.
Good silhouette.
Good silhouette. He's got the classic nose with like the hook and that kind of goes at the spiral.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Clone High's great, guys.
Mhm.
That's Miller, Lord and Miller, right?
Like it's not. Nothing is too generic. Like you can tell who each person is. The caricature is very strong in all of the
And
characters.
simple.
Yeah, and simple. It's not like too pushed.
Wow. Do you remember in Venture Brothers? Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
Lincoln, the ghost of Lincoln is in
The ghost of Lincoln in
the
the
White House.
House.
He can only move things that bear his image.
Yes,
is the rule.
$5 bills and,
Oh,
and
great.
pennies. Wow.
I'm John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's great. These are great Lincolns.
6 Cent Tyrannus. Nice.
Lincolns are coming in. Dude, I need to get some water.
Yeah, you want
and
some of
also
this?
it's like a million.
It's a million degrees in here. We're real sweaty.
Let me get some water.
Get some water.
You look
All
at
right.
Lincolns and hold the show
I'm gonna
for a
look at
second.
the Lincolns. It's really hot in here. It's very hot in LA right now, and so yeah,
Sorry,
do the
boys,
AC.
that
We're gonna
happens
mess
in
the
every
audio up.
room
I already
walk
screamed
into.
Larry David's name, so yeah, there'll be some slight rumbling in the background, and it will be the AC. Oh yeah, Dachi Art always submits great stuff. I'm a big fan of your technique, Dachi. I want to see more of your work. Beautiful. That's what I like to see. More of this, please. Good. That's cool. I'm a big fan of that. Ooh, cool. You know what, Brent? I might actually show some of my links. I will show. Yeah, I'm gonna show what my current portfolio kind of looks like. So right now, my portfolio looks like this when people go to my page. I've got this like circus character here. I would like to draw more like this now. I would like to draw more like this, like in more kid shows. That's where I really like to move into. I'm a little bit tired of drawing in primetime style, but that's okay. I'm good at primetime style.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some of my designs and some comic book covers I did for Rick and Morty. Here's a bunch of lineups of characters that I did for Rick and Morty. So I mean, yeah, all these designs are so crazy. I got some turnarounds so that when the person comes to my page, they go, "Hey, this guy can do a turnaround."
Yeah, that's really important. I think a lot of artists don't show their turnaround abilities.
Yeah.
And having it animate like that is really nice because you can see like if there are problems or if it's like
100%.
popping a lot.
Yes, and then I've got brand names everywhere because I want to make myself seem like I'm a brand name boy.
Yeah, you worked on all these shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you also have cool personal art in here as well.
Personal art that looks like different styles. I actually really
Wait, mic went out?
did it. Which one?
I don't know.
I see both of them.
They're all going up.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
saying there's no audio.
No audio.
I don't know what's going on.
Can you guys hear us? Oh no.
The audio's dropping. Oh, they said it's good now.
Okay, it's good now. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yes.
Uh,
Let's keep going.
2 if you can hear us.
2 if you can hear us. All right.
1 if it broke.
Bunch of stuff. Primetime stuff, like goofy looking Adventure Time stuff, like, because I would like to try to draw, like I said, more in a kid show. I worked on this, and here's some more turnarounds. I worked on that. Here's some incidental characters and my name and email. So, yes, very cool.
That rules.
Should we call up Jen and do a new theme?
Yeah, let's do our interview now.
Yeah, we're gonna do an interview with a fan of BAM who has made it in the animation industry.
Yes.
So I think that's a really cool thing. So you want to hook that up first?
Yeah, Jen, go ahead and get on Discord.
Jen, get on Discord.
And there's a delay, so that's why they're gonna need time.
Yeah.
To actually load into Discord.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna drag them down to the mod channel, so we can do this while we.
And we'll spin the wheel in a second to find out what the theme is. And why don't you conduct the interview and I'll try to draw.
Okay. We'll spin the wheel right now while Jen gets ready.
Yeah. All right, wheel spinning time. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, Jen is there. All right. Hello, Jen.
Oh no, you're gonna have to spin that again for me.
Oh, car? Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to draw a car.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead and give us some talking, Jen, just so that we...
Hello.
There we go. I hear you. I'm going to turn you up just slightly. There's so many loud things going on in this apartment.
Yeah. You know, all in all, I'm happy with this stream, but where's the pen?
It's lost. It's already gone. All right.
Okay, just a second, Jen. Here it is. Got it. All right. Okay. Jen, are you there?
Oh, she's here. All right, Jen, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? How old are you? And what are you currently working on?
So I'm from Tampa, Florida. I moved here a little over 2 months ago, and I'm gonna be a character designer on Final Space for season 3, starting tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Okay, so just before we keep going, new theme.
Amazing new theme. Now
The theme is this creepy Persian cat.
yeah, Jen is actually our moderator in the chat. So if you spam, Jen is gonna put you in the kitten cage, as I like to call it.
Baby jail.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Jen, for being part of the live stream, muting people who are, I guess, a little annoying in the chat. But it's been really helpful. Now, you recently started working in the industry, and you actually recently moved out here. So what has your journey been like? We want to hear a little bit about that.
Oh boy, where do you want me to start? I went and did a notes timeline of my entire life from when I started college.
Well, let's start with
tomorrow.
Let's start with when you were I want to work in animation. When did you ultimately decide that?
So in about my second semester of college, I was like, okay, I think I really want to work in animation. I think that's where I want to be. I didn't really know exactly what job I wanted because I didn't know what existed. For a long time, I thought I needed to know everything. So I learned storyboarding, and I learned animating, and I even learned 3D stuff because I thought I need to know everything so that I could, land something out of desperation.
Yeah, I believe, now that strategy, we call that a shotgun blast.
I love that.
And that's really important because you don't know what you're going to be good at. And you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Everyone is going to be a little bit different, and based on their background, they're going to be a little bit different and be better at certain things. I didn't really know that I was going to be a prop designer, but I wasn't afraid to do drawings like that.
Yes, and sometimes we get these really weird questions can I start drawing 3D characters or something like that? And you don't need permission. You just try everything.
Yeah, try everything.
Yeah.
Try everything. All right, so continue. Where did you leave off here?
So I finally settled on wanting to be in the animation industry, sort of a soft settling, because I didn't know if it was something that was possible. And so I then started more pursuing it more seriously and trying to see what did my school offer that could help me. And it wasn't much. They offered what they could for the funding that the school had. I took as much as I could, but I didn't get to start taking classes specifically for animation until my second semester of my junior year of school.
Wow!
And
So
that was animation 1.
Yeah, they pushed that all the way back because, was it a state school?
Yeah, so I went to the University of South Florida. So just, I guess, a normal college where you take, your average general education courses, math and sciences and biology and all that fun stuff. And then I applied to the art department, and basically if you apply, you get in. And even I was one of the last runs of people where they even required a portfolio submission process. After that, they just started letting anybody who wanted to be an art major into the School of Art and take all the classes.
That's yeah, that's exactly what I experienced. Is these colleges are basically just like, they're just money machines. They're in it to let whoever in. There's no bar for entry for state schools. Now, we had a conversation before, and we both kind of like commiserated a little bit because we basically had the same school experience. Like, it was a fine art education, which is a lot of BS.
Yeah, so
you want to tell us about that?
I kind of pride myself on how good I am at BSing now. I'm really, really good at it. I took, all the art history courses that I needed to take, and it was kind of a lot, especially for not minoring in art history.
Oh, you have to take so much art history. It's more important than your drawing classes.
Yeah, I took more courses in art history than I did drawing or animation or anything, like literally anything else. And I couldn't even probably tell you half of the stuff that I learned.
Are you telling me you don't know who Marcel Duchamp is?
He's the toilet guy, right?
Yeah, he's the toilet guy. It's called Fountain.
Yeah, the Fountain. Yeah, so, I did that, and I got really good at just saying all the right things, or basically memorizing the key phrases necessary to get an A.
Yeah, it's that. There's no fundamental art education. There's no skill. There's no technique. It's learning magic words and like saying things for academia reasons. And I'm sorry if any of my no one's watching from my college. They don't care what I do. No, my college.
You mean they're not all famous fine artists, Brent?
No, they did nothing with their lives. Everyone that I know that went to school like ended up trying to do something else because like it just didn't work out for them.
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for people that are really into like conceptual art, and there's nothing wrong with conceptual art. But
no, there's an element of coolness of coolness to it. It's just very pretentious for me, I think.
Yeah. How old is Jen?
Jen, how old are you when you were like in school? How old are you now? Like, tell us a little bit about where you are in life.
So right now I'm 24 years old. I'll be 25 in September.
Wow.
So it's pretty like standard, like leave college, out of high school kind of age range. And then I'm 2 years graduated. So I graduated May of 2018. Did some stuff for a while. I was a high school teacher for almost a full school year. And for many different reasons, I had probably the most terrible time of my entire life in those months spent doing that. Because I needed to fill time while I kind of figured out what I was gonna do and waiting for like my boyfriend to graduate. And for a while I even thought like, I'm gonna move to Canada. And up until like December of like 2018, I was dead set we were gonna move to Canada. I was gonna move to Toronto because of connections we both had and all that jazz. And we visited Toronto thinking like, there's studios there, I could find a job, and I know this guy that I'm doing graphic design for. I could work for him. And I got back from the trip super sad, and as like the day I got back, I'm like, I need to move to LA.
Yeah. What made you sad about it?
So there was nothing wrong with the country itself or the area or the city. It was wonderful. Like one of the best places I've probably ever visited, and one of the the funnest vacations I've had. It was like my first vacation without family, but it wasn't what I wanted. It was like there were maybe like 5 studios, if that, and the things that they were working on just wasn't what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to be in pre-production, and I knew that in my heart. Like I want to be in pre-production, and it wasn't right. And I felt like, am I really gonna move all the way to a new country to still probably not be able to find work?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think that's why a lot of people end up in LA. I mean, I know people that did the Canadian animation circuit before, and then they ended up here. But I mean, there's also plenty of people who really enjoy it in Canada, like working at the bigger studios.
Vancouver's beautiful.
Yeah, it just depends on what you want to do. And if if the production part doesn't make you happy and you want to do pre-production, then yeah, LA is the place to be.
And
Tell us about.
she made friends, right, out in Florida who ended up working in animation, right?
Yeah, she did. Tell us about your friends.
So once I decided, like the day I got back from Toronto, I had decided, this isn't for me. I'm gonna move to Los Angeles, and I knew somebody from a past place that I worked who had done basically what I wanted to do, packed up all of his things, and moved out to LA to pursue a career in animation, and he was doing great. So I reached out to him on Instagram because we were both mutuals, and he basically was super open with me about the process. Told me like, this is how much money I saved, this is how much certain things cost. And as things got even closer to when I was gonna move, both him and his girlfriend were very open. It's like, oh, this is the company we used to ship our car, and this is how much it costs, and this is how we shipped our computers. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It cost about $900 to ship the car.
Woo!
Yeah, I paid $1,000 to ship my car. Yeah.
Which was a lot less money than we were gonna spend, because we didn't really know where to shop for that kind of thing. Like, you never think to yourself like, oh, how do you ship a car?
I got scammed when I tried to ship my car. Yeah, it was not
so
cool.
we
It was
were
one
really
of the
lucky.
scariest things I'd ever done, is shipping my car, because I was in a weird situation where I had to go up to Canada and get my then girlfriend, and we were going to take her car down, and I needed to get my car to LA, and I was going to put my stuff in my car in the trunk and then ship it out. So it's my entire worldly possessions and the only car I ever owned. Like, I couldn't afford another car, so I had to get a tow truck to tow my car across the state lines. And the guy's like, okay, here's the deal, there can be nothing in the car. If there's something in the car, that is illegal. And I was like, oh, my suitcases are in the car. And he's like, well, I can take care of it for another $100.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we were really lucky. The company that we went with, they were like, yeah, you can have some stuff in the car if it's like below the window line. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
there's
bet. I have a
rules about
Kia-
that stuff. And then they
I have
tell
a
you
Kia
this.
Soul.
They tell you this scary story that's like, do you want all your stuff on the highway just floating out there for anyone to pick up? Like, that's what's gonna happen. Like, it's a risk. I don't know what's gonna happen. And it's this whole game of trying to bribe the truck driver to fly you under the radar. It's not cool.
Yeah, so we
But
did that, and we put it. It was on one of those 8-car trailer things.
Yeah, it's on a trailer
So
of 8 cars.
It
Ask her.
felt a little safer, but yeah, our whole lives, what we didn't sell, which was basically everything, was in that car, outside of the stuff we packed in suitcases when we flew over, and our cat, and our computers, which we had shipped through UPS, which was another just absolute nightmare.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I shipped my computer and everything else is in my car. What were you going to say, Max?
Ask her about getting a test and then taking the test.
Tell us about how you got a test when you were out here. I want to hear about that experience, and then what happened when you actually took the test.
So once I moved out here, we moved out here February 14th, and then a couple weeks went by, we moved in, got settled in. I was still working on my portfolio constantly. I haven't stopped working on my portfolio for the past literally a year. I knew Final Space was hiring because my friend from before had, told me about it, given me a heads up. He was gonna put in a word for me because he had also worked on the show in the same position and knew the guys that were hiring for it. But then March 5th or something, I got a direct message from the art director, Devo, on Instagram, and completely unrelated to my friend, he contacts me and he says, oh, I stumbled upon your page, I really like your stuff. Do you want to test for Final Space? We're hiring.
Wow.
And he asked me oh, do you want to do characters? Are you better with characters or props? What do you want? I'm just okay, yeah, whichever. I'll do anything. Trying to not sound super desperate, but I'm also desperate.
Yeah.
And-
You don't want to come across as desperate, and I feel like there's a lot of parallels here to dating. You don't want to come across as desperate. You want to come across as really cool. Maybe you don't need it, but oh well, yeah, I think I could. It would be a good fit. I think it would be fun. I'm happy to take the test. Am I right? What do you think?
Um, yeah, it's really really difficult because when I was talking to my friend, I'm like, tell them I'll do anything. I'll do literally anything because I'm pretty open with him. But when I was talking to the art director, I was just like, yeah, I feel pretty comfortable doing characters or props. Here's my portfolio, and they sent me the character design. The character design test because he was really interested in the work I was doing, like with expressions and all that stuff. So he kind of decided for me, but really I kind of decided for myself by what I presented in my portfolio. So I guess that's decided for me. I catered my portfolio. Once I knew Final Space was hiring, I started making stuff that kind of fit that bill. So when they would see it, it would kind of pique their interest a little bit more.
Yeah. That's really interesting. Tell us how you met us, because we actually kind of interacted a long time ago during one of our
yes, I remember that,
like Mimi videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about.
We went back and did research on that. I found the exact date that I subscribed.
Wow. So you watched one of our videos, and then tell us what happened there.
Yeah, so in September of 2018, I guess I must have been Googling like how to do character turnarounds or something.
Oh, wow.
Because that was one of the first videos that I saw, that and like the color fill video. I was trying to learn how do I color faster, like when trying to do character stuff for my portfolio. And that and so you want to make an animation was like the first videos I ever saw on your channel.
Yeah,
look at all these Persian cats, by the way.
Yeah, so Jen is just like, I think somebody who we really want to like raise up and say that like this is what the kind of person that like we want to create at BAM, right? Like we want somebody who's
Jen's
like,
doing it right.
Yeah, she's doing it right. She's like dedicated, focused, working, not afraid, no ego, and everything worked out for her, and now she works in animation.
Yeah. It was a very amazing success story.
Yeah.
We're really happy with all the hard work you've done. And I mean, you earned it, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do have fear.
Yes, it's always scary.
That's important to hear.
I moved here, and I might sound, if you think I sound confident, I tried to pretend to sound confident.
See, that's important. Everyone is very anxious inside, but you got to bury that deep down and just like practice like sounding confident.
Let it fester in the form of a mental illness.
Yeah, no, fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. I mean, that's I'm still doing that to this day.
I remember Jen because she visited us at Lightbox Expo and just dumped keychains,
yeah, shoot,
on our table. Like
Jen wanted to make an impression,
just like, I love you guys, here's keychains, and I still have those keychains.
Yeah.
And the art that Jen did was so good.
Yeah, Jen was very memorable.
It wasn't annoying
to meet Jen in real life was very memorable.
Yeah.
So we had kind of interacted before because I participated in the like. I keep clicking T to talk into the chat. But yeah, I did the Bowser Chimera little art challenge, and I remember getting a message like, hey, can we share this on our page? And I was like freaking out.
You were probably the first person we ever reblogged.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like really hardcore working on my portfolio at that time. So it meant a lot to like, I felt like recognized and like I was achieving what I was trying to achieve.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that was like a meme we made that somebody's OC and like Brent kind of drew it, like what some like crazy OC would be, and then you made it look like a beautiful character that could have its own show.
Mm-hmm. It was very nice.
Yeah, I'm starting like also typing in chat.
That's okay.
I'm still reading.
Yeah.
I mean, people need to be muted.
But yeah, so I did that, and that was kind of like our first, I guess, internet interaction. And then when I saw that Lightbox was a thing and that you guys were gonna be there, I thought, oh my god, I'm going to get to meet them. I hope they remember who I am. And I prepared for Lightbox like with two of my best friends, Wally and Abby. One of them's in chat right now. And we prepared like crazy for Lightbox Expo. Like it was the biggest thing we've ever done, because coming from Florida and USF Art Department, it felt like a really big deal. It was like our first animation industry convention, and we got our portfolios ready and we did printing and we had them in books. For months we got ready to go. And so I had these goodie bags made for all the artists I wanted to thank for teaching me all the things I didn't get taught in school. And I came to you guys like half shaking with my bag of treats.
I would say, yeah, you were kind of vibrating on the edges. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, it was real whipped up. But yeah, and then I remember I asked you like, hey, could you review my portfolio?
Wow.
And Brent reviewed my portfolio, and then Max looked at it. And I remember asking like, do you think I'm ready? Like, do you think I should move out here? And you're like, yeah, just do it. Just lie about your address and just start applying to jobs.
That's good advice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What do you want to do, Max?
I think that's great. Thank you so much, Jen. We just love hearing from you, and you're the best. And now we're friends.
Yeah, we're so happy that
can we call you our friend? Is that okay? Can we sit at the cool kids table?
Yeah. Welcome to the cool kids table, Jen.
No, she's the cool kids table.
Oh yeah.
We're the nerds.
We're going to their table.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the nerds.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being part of our live stream, and thank you for moderating the chat and putting people in the kitten cage. I really appreciate it. You're part of the staff. Are you ready to do one more, Max?
Yeah, let's do the wheel. Let's do a wheel spin.
All right, say goodbye to Jen, guys. I'm gonna boot out of Discord here.
Well, you know what? We got car last time.
Oh, I do want to do.
Would you like to draw a car?
Yeah, I want to do car.
Yeah. So the next theme, let me give a new theme. The next theme is car. Everybody draw a car.
Yes, it can be any car.
Yes. Awesome. I love Jen. That was great.
Jen is great.
Yeah. And
what kind of car should we draw? I just want to draw an old car.
Yeah, you're so good at drawing cars. So yeah, good job on the Persian cats, everybody. I know we didn't really talk much about that Persian cat, but you guys made some really good art, so thank you for doing that.
Yeah, everybody's cats were amazing. We were just caught up in the interview, and we wanted to make sure that Jen could say everything that they wanted to say.
Yeah. And I apologize if I misgendered anybody. I'm sorry.
It's just hard. Yeah. But Jen prefers they.
Yeah, my bad.
So cars. Now I know this is probably not going to be a favorite, but let me tell you guys, cars can be easy, like especially older cars, because they're very iconic and some are very boxy. So choose your favorite car and just give it a good attempt. And if you don't do a good car, that's fine. Just make it kind of cartoony.
Yeah. By the way, if you guys want to follow Jen, it's the sketch on Instagram.
Yes, the.sketch.
The.sketch.
So I'm gonna look at a car first, and then I'm gonna figure out what I want to do, because I like these old.
Should we restart the timer once?
Yeah. Once I actually start drawing.
Once he gets a car.
I don't know what kind of car I want to do. Oh, maybe this one. No, not that one.
This is the last theme?
I think this is gonna be the last theme.
And then
I'm actually getting like a major headache, so I want to end it after this.
And then we'll just look at our Rick and Morty tests, and then we'll bounce.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I hope everyone's watching the new Rick and Morty. By the way, it's airing at.
I'm gonna watch it after this.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, I think I'm gonna do something kind of.
This has been a chaotic stream, but I'm happy. I'm happy with all the art we made, and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something kind of like this, I think.
Yeah. All right. So
there's more Reddit questions, and then there's also the live chat going on here.
The live chat. I'm gonna everybody is saying that they have a lot of love for Jen.
Yeah, Jen is great.
So I'm going to let you guys keep saying that, and I'm going to read some of these Reddit questions. So what are some ways that you guys try to avoid potential burnout? That's a great question.
Hobbies and interests outside of work.
Yes.
You know?
I do jujitsu. We have friends. We have this channel. We don't usually draw.
Yeah.
Like when we get home.
Drawing is not like my main hobby. You know?
Yeah. We want to do other things. Like we're both very we like to use our brains. So I can only speak for myself, but I think you function the same way, that when you want to draw, when you want to do something outside of work, you want to use your brain in a new, interesting way that you haven't been doing all day. Is that correct?
I got a smooth brain, so I gotta use it. That's my problem.
Yes. So Brent likes to pwn noobs in World of Warcraft.
I'm very bad at video games, but I love them.
Yeah.
Like I love video games, but I'm like actually bad at them. Like I play like Warzone and stuff like that, but I'm like the first person to die.
Yeah, I like to be a noob who gets pwned in jujitsu.
Yeah, I play. Yeah,
everybody smashes me all the time, but I love it. I love jujitsu because essentially it's someone in your space trying and being aggressive towards you. So you get into a fight or flight mode, and when you're in that fight or flight mode, you oftentimes do fight or flight. Like you're scared and you just react weirdly. But if you learn jujitsu, which is like all based around leverage and being calm and breathing, you can think while you're in that space and solve the puzzle of the person's body trying to kill you. So that kind of calm ripples through the rest of your life. So it helps me a lot, and I've been really missing it in the quarantine. Okay, that's how I avoid burnout. Sleeping correctly, I don't drink or do drugs. So like my main focus is to try to get like 8 hours of sleep, like because I feel really good. My whole day is better if I sleep correctly. Take a trip.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah,
it's really important to like reflect and get outside of animation for a little bit.
Yeah,
our lives aren't like all drawing, all industry all the time.
Yeah.
We like to mess around. Like
yeah.
I raid in classic WoW. I got my enhancement shaman. And
you can do Animal Crossing, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying that they also do jujitsu. Hell yeah, Blake. Us.
Yeah.
Someone's saying Muay Thai. Muay Thai is cool. Muay Thai is like when you, it's very rhythmic. Mm-hmm. It's kickboxing. So you're like ba 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 kick ba 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 kick ba ba. Like, so I like it. I'm just not as used to it. Okay, so do you guys think more animators will start using Toon Boom Harmony in the future instead of Flash and Animate? Do you just want me to read this response?
You can read it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of an interesting question because it's kind of like not the right question, and Max is going to elaborate.
Yeah. So most studios that do digital puppet-based animation already use Toon Boom, and I've been using it for some time now. Flash is most commonly used for lower budget and smaller animation projects, and certain studios just use Flash because it fits their workflow. That's like Titmouse.
Yeah.
A lot of animation is still done by hand, especially kids shows. Adventure Time, Steven Universe, Glitch Text, Disenchantment, Family Guy, and The Simpsons, all animated by hand on paper, overseas, and then scanned and colored digitally. It's not Flash versus Toon Boom. It's paper versus Toon Boom, with Flash being used on the side for smaller projects. But my advice is to know...
or my advice on Flash.
My advice on Flash right now is that it's really good to know because it's a lot easier getting work on smaller projects if you already know Flash, and it's not as hard to learn Flash.
Yes, it's more likely that you're gonna find work at a small studio first, and a lot of small studios use Flash for projects, and that's kind of like the takeaway.
Animation is not program specific, it's just about making a sequence of drawings.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what program you animate in, but it can help, like, I don't know. It can really help. Like it can definitely be a way in if you can animate and you can use Flash, because there aren't that many people who are willing to do that in the animation industry. So it's kind of like a Mike Rowe thing, like dirty jobs, like find a job that no one else is willing to do.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, it's kind of my hot take on that.
Brent, I wanted to say that designing on a car, right, it's such an amazing example of shape language.
Cars are great, dude. They're
because
great.
when you look at a car, you know what the car is supposed to say about you by the shape.
Yes.
This car says a certain thing. A Hummer
Yeah.
says a certain thing. A Beetle says a certain thing. They all translate an emotion to you.
Yeah, they do. That cars are an identity.
Yeah.
And they feel a certain way. That's why in movies, like, car choice is really specific. Like, a lot of like characters drive old cars in movies, even though they're like classic cars, because they read a certain way.
Yeah. Okay. So by the way, we answered all of these questions in a document. It's linked below. You guys have access to it. To be honest, we get asked these questions a lot, and we want to have a fun time and not feel like we're neglecting anybody who needs an answer. So we wrote this document out because we want you guys to be able to refer to it at any time if you got questions about the industry, and so that we don't have to answer these questions like every stream.
Yeah, because we get the same questions all the time.
All the time, over and over.
It'll just be like, how do I paint a background?
Yeah.
Well, okay, we'll see what we can do. Let's see how we can address this.
Check out the document below. How do I paint landscapes?
Oh, there it is. There's the actual question. The question is a meme, and it is also a question.
How do you make light and shadows on landscapes? Well, we have a video on that. You can also check out James Gurney's YouTube channel. And he's all about light and color. He actually has a book called Light and Color. Am I correct?
Is that true? Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I believe he has like one of the best painting books in the world called Light and Color.
So his
by
is,
James Gurney.
His is traditional, but like painting is such a traditional experience. It literally is just like, you need to understand how to use color appropriately, and then like, okay, I'll just open Photoshop and click the right buttons. Like it's not like there's not a digital secret. It's like you need to know how to do it traditionally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put this.
So you put the next part. You wrote this. There isn't a secret answer to this. How do you paint landscapes? There's no secret. There's no button like L for landscape and P for paint.
Yeah. It's not a secret.
It's practice.
It's practice.
It's annoying to say over and over again, but it's practice. Practice is what it's about.
Yeah. Go and start painting landscapes.
Yeah.
That's how you're gonna learn.
Yeah. Yes. So I suggest you can copy movie stills.
Yeah.
Make them really small and draw on like a 2-inch by a 2-inch thing and just like copy the movie still kind of rough. Yeah. All right. So Brent is the lead prop designer on Rick and Morty. Did you draw and invent the plumbus?
Well, I didn't invent it. It was sketched out by a storyboard artist named Dan O'Connor, and he sketched pretty much what it needed to look like, but I took those sketches and did the actual turnaround and designed the object that you see in the show.
Yeah.
So that's, because animation is a collaborative project.
Yeah.
Like usually one person doesn't do everything.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a collaboration between me, him, and, there was a person who colored the plumbus.
Yeah.
I think it was Jack Cusimano.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a question that's kind of interesting that we get a lot of people trying to kind of pitch shows to us and asking explaining that their show is like a dark fantasy and like all these kind of things. And their question is, I want to make a cartoon show and I don't know which network to do it on. So here's the thing. I've been pitching shows for like a year and a half now and trying to come up with concepts and stuff. It's hard. It's really, really hard. And the answer is, what network should I pitch it to? Any network that you can get a pitch meeting at.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to take you. You do have to think about your network, though. Like, you're not going to pitch a violent show to Disney. You're not going to pitch kind of like a sexually explicit show to Nickelodeon, you know. You're not going to pitch an action show to Hallmark, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to think about the network that you're showing. There's going to be basically 5 networks, distribution centers in the future, I think. Don't quote me on it, but Netflix, Apple, Amazon, HBO, and Disney Plus. I think that's what it is in the future. Hulu is a part of Disney, so don't at me. Disney owns the majority stock of Hulu is all. So Amazon as well. So yeah, it's really hard to get a pitch meeting. You kind of have to like be known in the animation industry and then know that you're talking to the right people. If you want to come up with a show, don't focus on the world. Every good show ever is all about the characters. In addition to that, I would say you should try to plan out 10 episodes with A and B plots. A and B plots are super important, and I think you'll realize how many issues you have with story like once you start actually trying to do 10 episodes, because that's like where people spend most of their time, is just trying to figure out what the story is over and over and over again. And sometimes the ideas don't work, and sometimes the idea is too big. So like really coming up with story like with 3 acts, and you really have to know who your characters are. It's a large job. So if you can come up with 10 like solid outlines, then you have a better chance in a pitch room. Cool.
Yeah. Think about the network last. You're gonna end up meeting with like 3 or 4 networks. So it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You focus on your on your pitch.
Yeah, on your story.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about this last night, that like there's a lot of artists out there who aren't that good, who have shows, like aren't that good at drawing.
Yeah, they're not like a designer first.
Yeah.
They're
writers.
Writers.
They can kind of draw like silly characters.
Yeah.
That are in their style, but there's a lot of showrunners like that.
Yeah, it's more often that storyboard artists or like writers get show. Like you don't really see that many designers that get shows, because designers, like their skill is like the design, not necessarily the story.
Yeah.
So it's something I see over and over again. Designers can get a show, but it's usually not their strong suite. I'm not like I'm a designer.
Story is hard, guys. It's just hard. Okay, so someone asks, are you happy? Right now we're both feeling exhausted.
Yeah.
But I love drawing. And I like the industry a lot. I like drawing every day. Sometimes the business and like trying to find a job can be difficult, but we take trips and we have hobbies like BAM.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we're basically out of time here.
Yeah, there's more questions, but you know what? They're written on the document. Do you want me to answer
I'm saying
one more?
We're out of time for the car.
Oh, do you want me to answer one more while you're still
if there's a good one,
catching it up? Okay.
If there's a good one, let's do it.
Okay, someone asks about risk pain from drawing. My opinion on it is like make sure you get sleep, and then also you need to strengthen the opposite muscles, because what you're doing when you are using your hand to draw is doing this, and you're just using all your muscles to pinch your hand all the time. So what you need to do is you need to have muscles that flex outward. So there's these things like a rubber band that you can just get on your hand. This is something rock climbers do, and they open their hand with a rubber band around it and do that as like reps. So yes, flexibility, that's really important. And then strengthening the stabilizer muscles in your hand. That's my opinion. What did you say about wrist pain and arm pain?
Well, I'm a prop designer, so it means I don't have to do a lot of like organic stuff. Like I can do a lot of shift clicking lines to do straight lines, and I can use like ellipse tools. So I end up like using a variety of different types of movements, and I'm not always holding the pen when I draw. So that kind of just helps me going. But I have worked on shows where like I have to hand draw everything, and yeah it's stressful. It hurts after a while.
Mm-hmm. Did you want to keep working on the car? I love it.
I'm good on the car.
Okay, well, let's check out some of the art, and then we'll look at our Rick and Morty tests, and we'll sign off.
Yeah.
And thank you, Metamucil.
Yes. You've turned my insides into a smooth pool noodle.
Yeah.
Okay. We got some scary cars.
Whoa.
Wow.
I know this guy. We went to school together.
Oh, really?
He's
That's
awesome.
We have a Cars car.
Wow.
A little yay car.
Dude.
We got a car on the freeway.
Oh, me and Brent.
Wow. Bam.
That's so cute.
Sexy sports car.
That's really good.
We got a Beetle.
Dude.
With a forehead.
Dang. Everybody showed up. They came to the table ready.
They
wanted to draw cars.
That's fun.
Dude.
I think this is like an Astro Boy car. What do you call that? Speed Racer.
Speed Racer.
Speed Racer. Oh, this is that car from Family Guy. That long one.
Nice.
Yeah, when he goes through the tunnel. That's funny. Send in your cars, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to click that one.
Me staying up till 6 a.m. to see the stream. Oh, thank you. And you drew a really cool clown car, I gotta say. Yeah, that's great.
My car is actually red.
Yes, I like my pose there. I'm like,
I love
a car.
We have a kind of a concept-y car.
That's good.
That's cool.
Yeah. Dude, let me see that guy's clown car again. That was so good.
You click on it.
I'm serious. I'm impressed. Lovisa Anderson. Dude.
That's cool.
Where are you located? I mean, you're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You're amazing. I love clowns as well, so I mean, I'm biased.
I'm into it.
Yeah, that's cool. Alexis. That's nice. Wow, Henry Q.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Someone's saying they're gonna at you.
They're gonna at me? For what?
I don't know.
Oh, for saying
Who
that.
knows?
It was, I forgot what it was. Yeah. We're gonna get Denny's after this, huh? A strange old man in a lab coat stabbed me with a needle full of nanites, and now I'm a car. Oh, it's Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah.
And he looks kind of like a car that would use Metamucil.
You know what's worse than irritable bowel is early onset Alzheimer's.
That's the first time you've said that joke. What were you saying about Denny's? Were we talking about Denny's?
I want my headache to go away, and then I want...
What do you have a headache for? You not drink enough water? Or?
I probably didn't drink enough water. I probably didn't eat.
You want some of this?
I'll just grab some water first.
All right.
It's all good.
Brent won't share my water, guys.
Dude, 6 feet, dude.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
The Mr. Bean thing.
Yes. It's a BAM car.
Yeah, but it's the Mr. Bean,
Right.
I actually had to draw that for an episode of Rick and Morty. There was
Oh, really?
A guy controlling the car up on top.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is that a spoiler? No.
No, it was in the heist one.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
It was like a quick gag.
Nice. Run. That's good. Roger Rabbit. This one looks nice. Dude. This person who's been doing sculptures, you're incredible.
Wow.
Someone's been doing sculptures for every theme. What's their name? Felipe Andreas
Balbotini.
Balbotine. Pug.
Pug might be the... No, I don't know.
I'm so sorry. How badly did we butcher your name? One's in the chat.
They're clearly a renaissance.
One's in the chat. Yeah, yes. They are all 4 Ninja Turtles. That's what their name is. Yeah. it's the overseas Ninja Turtles. Felipe, Andreas, Babolotine, and Pug.
I think I'm not speaking directly into the mic.
Yeah.
Or wait a second. Something is going on here.
Uh-oh.
No, wait. I don't know what's going on. I think it got quieter for some reason.
Audio. People are saying audio. Brent is quiet.
All right. Okay. How are we now? How are we getting...
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. The audio is getting weird.
Yeah. We have just full chaos energy in this. I suck at cars. That's great. Well done.
Yeah. I guess I might just like blast myself. I see it getting louder. There we go.
All right. That's good. I love when you guys draw us. We look so cute together, Brent.
Yeah, that is really awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little bit louder. I can see my levels right here.
Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit is a masterpiece. If you guys want to watch a video essay on Roger Rabbit, check out Captain Christian. I think that's about it. I think we've gotten a lot of cars.
Yeah.
Someone asked about the clown car person, Lovisa Anderson. Did you get it figured out?
No, I have no idea. Because I can see the levels and they look okay, but I can't. There's no way for me to monitor in real time. How's it sound, Captain Keys? Oh, they say it's fixed right now.
Okay, they say it's fixed.
We're getting feedback, but it's all gravy.
Feedback.
Feedback. Oh
What do
my
you mean
god.
feedback?
All right, let's just use mine and finish our tests and get going. Is that cool?
Yeah. I think they can hear us.
Okay. Here's my character test for Rick and Morty, guys. Here's what it looked like. Here's me, season 2 of Rick and Morty. It's just starting. They're just releasing season 1. I'm a young buck coming into the office, and I get a test and I do it. So, yeah, it looks good. I colored it. The requirement was to draw 1 man, 1 woman, and 1 alien. That was what they asked for. Now look how many people I drew.
Wow.
Men and women a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Oh, we got a robot in there as well.
Did a robot. Now look, I've worked on the show now, and I understand there's a lot of problems with these designs. Like, their heads are all sorts of different shapes and sizes. They don't match Rick and Morty. Like, if this dude were next to Rick and Morty, his head would just look like twice the size of theirs. So I recognize little things like that.
Yeah, but it's still really good.
But I cleaned it and I colored it. And I came up with ideas like that they're sorting a Rubik's Cube, and
Yeah, that's fun.
all of those aliens are like characters. We'd had to do a turnaround.
Yeah.
And I did a good job on that. And I did a sketch of a robot because they asked for a robot design. I didn't have time to finish it.
Well, was there another turnaround that you
Well,
did?
actually, they weren't so sure if they wanted to hire me. So James said,
Oh, you did another turnaround.
do another turn
Okay.
and see if you can replicate the one you did already.
Yeah, and you had to
So
do
then I
this
did.
guy. This guy as well.
Yeah. And I killed it.
Wow.
So they hired me. So this is a very good example of sticking out by going a little bit above and beyond. Yeah.
Great.
Let's see your test, Brent. Can we get that?
Yeah.
All right.
It's like somewhere over here.
They gave me 3 days to take that test, but sometimes they give you a week.
So I took the prop design test, which is like drawing spaceships and stuff like that. So you have to draw like multiple angles of the spaceship, and then I usually went above and beyond and did like some color ones, which I think they liked, and then you had to draw a big spaceship, so I did that, and then there it is, and then here are my sketches for spaceships.
I love seeing sketches because it lets me know as an art director that you can come up with ideas and I can pick one.
Yeah, actually, like, dude, I would not submit any of these sketches. They're bad.
Why?
Because there's not enough information.
Interesting. They're so sketchy.
Yeah, and then why did I do this one twice? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Well.
And then I was also really into 3D,
Oh
so I was
my
like
goodness.
showing them that I could do it in 3D as well, which ended up paying off. Like, and actually, this is my early 3D work because this is not good.
Going above and beyond.
Yeah. And then we had to do a page of like handheld devices.
Nice.
So proving that I can draw like handheld props in real life, like
Nice.
device that can cut through a door.
So you went well above and beyond.
Yeah, I did much more than was asked for.
Yeah.
I always did at least 2 of everything.
Did they ask you to use a certain program for the test? No, but I mean, everyone in the
It's
Photoshop
it's implied
uses
that you have to use Photoshop.
Yeah. Wow. They had you draw a car?
Yeah, and then I did like a second car smash.
So did you do this in a week, or did you know about the test and spend a little bit more time on it?
No, I did it in a week.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I had an extra spaceship,
Wow.
but I wasn't working
Right.
at the time. I was just
So this is like a full week of work, pretty much.
it took me a whole week.
Yeah.
I practiced. I did sketches. I planned what I was gonna do.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you guys for joining our stream this week. We've had a couple technical difficulties. The internet was going out at the beginning. But you know what? I love you, Brent.
I love you too, Max.
And I love you at home. Yes, you.
Yes.
Not that person, you. So
The one to the right.
Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we can't wait to see you maybe next week. Maybe?
All right. Yeah, we're gonna do it next week.
Why not?
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, but we're not going to continue much longer after the quarantine. Like, it'll end at quarantine for sure.
Yeah, once we go back to work, we're not
Yeah.
gonna do this.
Because technically,
we need to get back to our videos.
we want to get back to our videos, and not a lot of people. I mean, we really appreciate you guys, but not a lot of people watch these streams. So our favorite thing to do is make nice edited videos, and we want to spend 100% of our time on that.
Yeah, I want to spend my time on the videos, and
Yep.
like it's so hard to troubleshoot the. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So it probably got really loud for a second.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna come back to videos.
Oh my God.
More videos.
The
More
audio.
videos. All right. So should we just sign out?
Yeah, I'll see you guys next
See
time.
you guys. Bye.
Bye.